A's and variants, man, we one of the same. Gotta read between the lines, all the things we can handle. We should talk about art while we look through the panels. Wanna talk about smarts, are we taking the channels? Dr. Strange, Dr. Doom, how we holding the candle? Either way, the sorcerer supreme. Backlog bros, we do this for the team. Spread love, that's part of the regime. Every day is a movie, we just trying to peep the scene. Have discussions about the things that we seen. Real nice, but our comic game is mean. So come kick it with your boy, we got amazing friends. A call away, all you gotta do is station in. What a great event, stay tuned as we grow. And stick around to the next episode.
My dingaling, hey, station. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the all new, all different blamephable show, man. Thank you for being here tonight. It is Friday, so you know what time it is. Time to get the drinks out. Time to smoke them if you got them. Put the little ones to bed because it can get a little vulgar in here sometimes. But thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We got a great show planned for you. As always, I'm joined by a couple of my friends. So let's bring them out here and let's get this party started, man. Always first up, man, I got my ace, my brother, Nick, Comic Culture. Station.
What's going on, man? This is good. We got a sausage fest. We're talking about ding-a-lings already. This is gonna be insane tonight. Damn, brother Joe. Happy to be here, man. What's up?
Wasn't that great? That was so funny.
You never know what you're gonna get, guys. So yeah, no shit. Put the kids to bed and grab your drink. Let's have some fun.
Oh man, how was your week, my brother? How you been?
It sucks, dude. Yeah, it sucks. It's Friday. Dude, we've had like 4 tornadoes in the past 36 hours. This is insane around here right now. So yeah, it's not raining for the first time ever. So yeah, man. I'm ready to hang, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, my last 2 weeks have been pretty bittersweet. I've been sick as shit, brother. Like, oh my God, I've been throwing my guts up for days and days.
Damn.
Yeah, it's bad, man. I gotta go to the hospital or something. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on. But
after the show, come on.
As soon as I get some health insurance, I'll go.
Shit.
But it was pretty good because my son's third birthday was this week. So that was pretty awesome.
Awesome.
And then you guys know that I got laid off at the beginning of the year, right? So my wife works at the place that I used to work at, and she texted me this morning. She's like, you know, the lady that got you laid off? I'm like, yeah, they fired her ass this morning.
I got you, bitch.
That's what I'm talking about. So my Friday started off freaking awesome. And of course, it's awesome because I'm here with you guys. But enough of all that. Let's bring out our next panelist, man. My homie, my brother,
Let's do it.
Stu from Dr. Doom.
What up, fellas? What up?
What up, Stu?
What up? So happy to be here with y'all. Yeah. Rough day for your boy as well. Went through like 800 tires this morning trying to get to work, but we're here now. So yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, it gave me an excuse to go by the comic shop. So I found the silver lining.
Yeah. There you go.
Always happy to have you, my brother.
Always happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Always. All right, let's bring out this next gentleman. Of course, I'm talking about the executive producer of the all different blamephable show, 9-panel grid station. What is going on?
It's been a wild day, man. They outlawed tornadoes in the state that I live in, and I found 3 tires on the side of the road, fully inflated. Tread was legit. It's been wild. Yeah. So, and as far as my health goes, so good right now.
Fuck you, man.
No, it's been a piece of shit week.
He's got his own shit going on right now. Don't let him fool you.
Jesus, this heel turn shit is like it's infected the whole freaking room here. I see. Oh, E, thank you as always for coming to hang out with us, brother. It's always a pleasure when you get to do one of these with us. But speaking of coming through, this guy, he hasn't been here in a whole month, man. And I got to tell you, when he's not around, I get a little bit depressed, just a little bit. But he's here tonight making his triumphant return. I'm talking about my brother, Tacky 616.
Station.
What's up, Take?
Prozac and Xanax for everyone.
You got some? You got some? You serious?
No
Order of
comment.
the day. Order of the day. Yeah.
You got to talk to your doctor.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go to El Salvador. I don't have any political opinions, and I'm a law-abiding citizen.
There you go. This is why we love Tacky, man.
Talk about turns, man.
Right.
It's been a crazy 70 days. I can't. It's going to be a very long 4 years. So
Yeah,
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah.
Well, Tacky, man, I'm always super happy to see you. Always love having you on the
likewise,
show.
I missed you guys terribly, and I'm so
Missed you
glad
too,
to be
bro.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good to have you back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's bring out our next panelist, man. I like to call him the king of smut. But this guy recently celebrated a birthday. So everybody give a warm welcome to the birthday boy, Scotty S. Vaughn, 82.
Hey.
Bro. What up?
What's up, fellas? Glad to
Happy
be here. Man.
birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I had a great birthday. It's been a good last couple of days. I got a really cool book that I'll be showing off later tonight when we show some stuff. So It's been a great week, though. I can't complain. The tornadoes missed us here in Chattanooga, so we didn't really have too bad of weather. So it's been good, man. I can't complain too much. I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Glad to be here with you, Scotty, man. I hope you had a great birthday this week, my brother. I hope everything was cool and fun, stuff like that. But yeah, man, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. All right, let's bring out our next panelist, man. This gentleman always brings the energy, man. You know, I have to have him on because I hardly have any energy. So I need his energy so I can just feed off of it. It helps me get through the show. I'm talking about my brother, Big Herm from Big Herm Collectibles. Hey, shit.
Yo, I kind of like looking around. Should I go try to find my balls? I don't know. I'm confused. What's going on?
Ask Brother Joe. He knows where they're at.
Where am I? Stacy, y'all, what is up? Friday night with my boys. I'm hyped up for the night, man. Let's go. We gotta talk some Superman, some Spider-Man, some all my favorites up here. Let's go.
Ice Cream Man. Yep.
And maybe I'll find my balls. I don't know.
Ask Brother Joe.
We'll find out when Brother Joe gets here again.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's bring out our next panelist. Full house tonight, guys. This is amazing. Full house tonight.
That was a great show, guys. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, a lot of balls. A lot of balls tonight.
Oh shit. Help me bring out, man, the myth, the legend, my brother, Rockin' Robbie Billups.
Station.
Finally, Rockin' Robbie has come back to Blame Fable. I am so happy and so excited to grace you with the honor of my presence tonight.
Yes.
Everybody.
We're your cult.
That's right.
Station, pop,
Welcome
boom,
home.
all that shit. If you're not down with the Bad Batch or PCPX, suck it. And by suck it, I mean my dingaling. There you go.
Full circle.
Oh man. And I invited a special guest tonight to come hang out with us. He is a comic book creator, has a Kickstarter right now in the process. So everybody, help me welcome from American Demon Comics. I'm talking about our brother, Austin Light.
Yeah.
Station.
What's up, bro?
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Oh,
coming
yeah,
through.
brother.
Oh yeah.
How have you been? How's your week?
Been good. I keep getting all these threats of tornadoes, but they never show up. I guess our state made them illegal too. I don't know.
It's because those tornadoes realized that this was the home of Rockin' Robbie, and they decided to go on and bother Nick for a while.
Yeah, no shit. You can take him back. Fuck no.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad you're
all's
here
good,
tonight
all's
with
good.
us. Yeah, I'm glad you're here tonight with us, Austin. Thanks for hanging out, man. Really excited about what you got going on, and we're going to get into it. But before we get into it, let's bring out the resident crooner of the all-new, all-different Blame Fable show, my brother, who brought the dinglings tonight.
The dingling.
Gentlemen, I'm really scared tonight with this panel. You guys look dangerous.
It sounds like you with Dinaline. I don't know why you scared.
Hey, by the way, Herm, I know you're excited about the Yankees baseball season. It's not balls, it's bells. It's bells, not balls.
Oh, okay.
You got balls on the mind.
You got excited.
He got balls on the mind.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my God. And them Yankees been kicking those balls all across the fucking field, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man,
yes, sir.
I gotta put up with it all season long. Looking at Herm's post about the Yankees win this, Yankees win that, Yankees win this,
Yes,
Yankees
sir.
win that.
Revenge is
They're gonna
sweet,
win it
brother,
all
bro.
this year. They're gonna win it all this year, bro. I'm telling you.
Torpedo
Aaron
bats
Judge's
or
gonna have
no?
the big playoffs.
Gonna sweep the Royals, all that good shit.
Oh shit! Wait till the end. Let's get to the end. Right now, I'm on the road to WrestleMania.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeet.
Absolutely.
Yeet.
Come and help your brother. Come and help your brother.
Hell yeah.
It's been so good. It's been so good. All right, guys, man. Of course, I like to say what's up to our excellent, wonderful, amazing friends in the chat, man. So let's say hello to everybody that came to hang out with us tonight. First up, we got my brother, Jay, Hydra Asylum. Dropping my like before work as always. Have an awesome show. Station, Jay, man. Thanks for hanging, brother. Oh, yeah. We got our homie. What is going on with this thing? Hold on. This thing is acting crazy. Okay.
Wow.
There he is.
What's up, Bobby?
Hardcore Station.
Yellow Ghetto.
God damn, Herm.
That's called a shout out.
It's in my contract. I have to do that.
We got the homie Derek Neiman in the building. Station. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Derek. We got pulling double duty, my brother Nick Comic Culture, telling everybody, I don't like this. Like, I got to tap everybody twice to show them. We got S. Vaughn also in the house telling everybody station. Dr. Doom's fan club, of course, wishing everybody a happy Friday. Station, my brother.
Yes, sir.
We got the Collector P in the building.
What up, dude?
Collector.
What up, bro?
Scotty reminding everybody to sing along.
All about the dingling.
And Nick reminding everybody this is a family show.
That shit went out the window a few
minutes. Pretty quick. Yeah.
Never
mind.
Nick's is drinking out the bottle now.
Yeah, I need to tonight.
We got my brother Eddie Von B in the building. Thanks for joining us, Eddie. We got Big Herm in the house telling everybody station. Quit playing with your dinky.
I thought you'd like it, Dick. I thought you'd like it.
I somehow want to play with my balls now.
Wait, does Fable just say anything we put in the chat? Hang on a second.
It's like Ron Burgundy.
This is gonna be great. Wait a minute.
Tacky in the building, of course. Station, my brother. We got our homie Brian LCS in the house.
Brian.
Evening all and station. We got the homie Pierre Kelly in the building. Station. What is going on, Pierre Kelly? We got Omega Slice Comics in the house. And what is up, dudes? You know me, always down for a sausage fest. Well, you come to the right place.
Jesus.
Hey, this is like, I don't know how much of this we could do all night.
Yeah, this is.
I can handle a sausage
Already.
fest all night long. I don't know about y'all.
What did I do?
Christ.
What did you do? One simple song.
Homie James Phelps is in the house. Station James, how are
What
you?
up, bro?
How are you? Hell yeah. We got our sisters from another Mister, Melanin and Manga in the building. Hey, shit, what is going on, ladies? What is going on, Sheena and Inja? Hell yeah. It is kind of infectious, isn't
It is hella infectious.
And he has the voice of Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
I appreciate that talk.
Oh damn. Yeah. I hate it. And when it happens on the weekend, that's when it's like the worst. Like you bust your ass all week and then it rains, man. Hate it. Austin letting everybody know there's illegal tornadoes out there.
Alabama has some weird law.
Was that the one with the sharks in them? Sharknadoes?
Sharknado,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the sausage NATO that we're worrying about, man.
Right. That's
Told
that's
the
what's
government to
happening.
stop making those.
Kenneth Byrne is in the building. Nation. Hi
It's
to
all
everyone
new, all
here
different.
tonight.
Oh,
Hey,
gosh.
we got my homie Colin Comics in the house. Nation, Colin, how are you, man? Oh man, so many good people came out to hang out tonight. We got the homie Damien, Sleepy Reader, 666 in our building, gracing us with his presence as well.
I want to join his cult.
No.
So do I.
We'll leave it you, Robbie. I don't want you anymore.
Is Fable really to blame? Does Bobby really rock?
See,
These are
that's what I'm
questions that have
saying.
to be answered.
These are the questions I answered. Unsolved mystery.
We got my brother Trev, the shipping guru, in the building.
What up?
KC.
Real one right there.
KC.
And we got the homie Pete in the house.
Station Pete.
Station. Hope you're doing
Why'd you skip
well.
my comment?
Yeah,
Why'd you
you
skip my
skipped
comment?
I don't know if that's 2025
I
property.
am so
No, we're bringing it back.
Todd did.
You're supposed to go.
What'd you say? Elon Musk brought it back? What?
We brought it back before he did.
Forrest?
All right, man. We caught up on the chat. So, Austin, my brother, man. Of course, you came on because you have a new Kickstarter. Oh wait, yeah, Brother Joe got it. I'm sorry,
Brother Joe.
Brother Joe.
Run.
Jeez, God forbid.
Don't get excited, man. Don't get excited. Calm down. Hey, I was hell getting through just the hellos. That was hell. Shit. Take your time. Take your time. Gentlemen, like I said, I'm on the road to WrestleMania. You have a good time, and we'll see what we come up with next week. I'm so sorry that I pulled out this one.
He pulled it out. You pulled it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure did that. You sure did that.
Gotta be a better way to say it.
Now. Oh.
I say next week do R. Kelly and see what happens.
Mark Kelly.
All right.
Joe.
Yeah, so like I was saying, Austin, you got a new Kickstarter going on, my brother. I want you to, let us all know what this Kickstarter is all about. Let us all know. Hold on, I got it here. What Envy Chapter 3 is all about, man. So I'm gonna give you the floor. Let us know what the book's about, and also let us know what the people might get when they pledge to your Kickstarter.
For sure.
Give you the floor here. Floor is all yours, my friend.
Boom.
All right. So Envy Chapter 3 is going to go more into Envy trying to explore being a human. There are back issues that are going to be with your tier reward sections, and you can go into all that. She's summoned into our reality, then has to face Michael, the Archangel. and then has to make a split kind of quick pact with who summoned her, the druid Fritz. And then now she's having to live the life of a human, make good on her pact. So she has to understand what all that means and live with like strength restrictions and feel, a heartbeat, and then also has all these emotions on top. Chapter 3 kind of explores that a little bit more. And then there's also some more characters coming to the forefront. I've introduced Phoenix. All these demons are from the Goetia for the most part. If they're not from the Goetia, I'm trying to kind of tie them in a way. The idea of Beelzebul is he's not listed, but I'm going to be making him kind of an amalgamation of some of the demons, how they're going to work together to bring about Beelzebul as an entity. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, Envy's exploring all that. She's going through that. There's fights. There's a blossoming friendship and romance kind of starting to happen. So, and then the last 10 pages are not done. I'm going to still be as these Kickstarters happen, I still work on everything. These pages get done regardless if I'm having a Kickstarter or not. So I will launch them and still have just like 5 or 10 pages, but for the most part, it's done. But yeah. So
now, how long have you been at this? Like, this is the 3rd chapter. You've already got chapter 1 and chapter 2 out. How long have you been doing this series for now?
Well, it was a webtoon back in 2019, and I did that on and off for a few years. And then in 2023, I had gone to just a handful of conventions. I was trying to make money off of it. And then I kind of found that people wanted to have a physical version. And simultaneously, I ran into a podcast that kind of recommended doing a physical version of your stuff. So I rebooted the whole thing. Which wasn't much, it wasn't being on hiatus so much in those years. It didn't accumulate a lot, but it felt like a lot. And I rebooted that in 2023. So I've like on a official capacity in August of 2023 is when I started making these as full-fledged comics.
Wow, that's awesome, dude. I'm always fascinated at people who take that step, take that leap to create something and have enough confidence to go out there and start a Kickstarter, get things going for themselves, and then actually make it happen. Because it's one thing to pitch all this stuff, but you're already on chapter 3. So, man, congratulations on that.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm trying to make sure that the art and the writing is progressing and that I'm growing in those areas, and that things are becoming a little bit easier, and I'm having to experiment with a lot of stuff. Really, this is a guinea pig project for other projects I have in mind in the future. So there's still a lot to come. This is probably going to get wrapped up, I would say, in 10 to 15 issues. But it's really hard for me to like actually pinpoint that down, because I do have the story, but the story kind of grows and contracts and expands as I start working on it. So
yeah, make it as long as it needs to be. Don't. Yeah, exactly. That's really cool. So I put your link in the chat right here to the Kickstarter. So if anybody's interested in that, they can click on that directly. I'm on there right now. It looks like you have some digital options. You have just the issue 3. You have a couple different ones where you can actually do like a catch up, right? So you can see the first issue, second issue, third issue, things like that. It looks like things are signed, and you have about 28 days left to go on your campaign, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I got a video. It's a very homemade video, but I did make one. But yeah, I do have all the digital boards. I have my cover right here, ready to go.
That's cool.
I've got Jonathan McDaniel doing the variant cover, and this is his progress so far.
Yeah, I like
that's the one Scotty's getting. I guarantee it.
You know it. You know it. That's good.
That's the one I'm getting too, man.
That's good stuff. I already know Envy's good. I've read the first two, so it's really good.
Well, I appreciate that. Sometimes you don't hear enough feedback, and you're just kind of like, worried that maybe it might not be as good as you think it is. You as a creator, you're always having to go through an imposter syndrome. So it's good to hear when somebody likes it.
Yeah, it's a cool story, and like you said, I have watched your art and things progress. If you go back and look at the earliest stuff on, like you said, Webtoons is the earliest, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and look at that, like your stuff has progressed so much, man.
Yeah, it's fun to see it mature. Jonathan needed an extra week on this cover, so I'm giving him an extra week, and which ends, Sunday. So he said it'd be done by then. It looks like it's pretty close to being done, and he's done a magnificent job on it. I do not fault him for needing any more time. But yeah, and then I've got some preview pages posted, and if you just kind of want to see the vibe of the story and some of the fun visuals that I've got to do, and then I have got a tier set up. So every tier goes up a little bit in price, but I add something to it or give the options. So next up are the stretch goals. So if this is to reach 1,000, then I will be sending everybody this glow in the dark sticker. It's the baptism of Belial or Belial, whichever way you want to pronounce that. These are printed off by Sticker Ninja. They're really good. They're really durable. I have a lot of Sticker Ninja stickers already, and I've enjoyed what they make, and everybody's happy with those. Up next is the pen. If it gets to 12 or 1,250, I'll be doing the Pandemonium Gem Starter Guide. So Pandemonium Gem is the in-world gem that Sam and Envy will be working at. And I'm kind of making like an employee-ish kind of guide to basics on how to work out and how to approach the gym and stuff. And it's going to be illustrated by with them doing demonstrations and stuff. It will just be digital right now. I haven't made anything that's like a physical thing that would be a guide, so I want to test the waters with that. So for now, the stretched goal is going to be a digital PDF of that guide.
I can attest to the fact that guide is going to be invaluable. I have seen Austin in person. I have touched his chest. This dude is the pinnacle of human perfection. Okay, trust me. I'm waiting for that. I need some guidance, man. All of us on this panel, we need some help, Austin. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I love fitness, and I want to bring that into this world too, because I have a passion for it, and it's a part of me making my characters have six-pack abs is because I have an appreciation for the human body and for that kind of health and I grew up watching over the past 10 years on and off watching like bodybuilding shows and getting to know that world, and it's that the dangers that come with that too. I'm not going to get into it, but I've really dove deep into all the fitness stuff, and I really want to bring that into what I make here.
That's really cool.
Up next is the $1,500 mark. If it were to get to there, I am making a Bigfoot manga manga-esque kind of thing. It's going to still be left to right for our print and everything, but This is the first page of that, and again, this will be a digital reward. It'll be the first 8 pages of the Bigfoot project.
I can also attest to the fact that this is an invaluable thing. Everybody needs to make sure this stretch goal happens, because I've seen Austin in person. He's got some very big feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, my massive feet are just
Shaquille O'Neal gets jealous.
Yeah. right what you know, fits over here.
There you go.
And
right
then
there.
after that is the 1,750 mark with an NSFW full res, digital NSFW of pinup of Fritz. So that's going to be an opt-in. If you want to get that, you can let me know. If you don't want to get that, so.
Yeah, we need to make that stretch goal happen for sure. Absolutely.
So then we got Gary's review and some just, good reviews and comments from the community, and a little bit about me, and a shout out to Robbie here. So
Nice.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, you're off the list, Austin.
But yeah, I've got the issues are available in tier rewards. You got catch up, you got variant cover options. The final one, I only have 7 copies left of my very first variant cover that was actually kind of a test print from a different printer that wasn't Comics Wellspring. So I only ever ran it once on 10 copies just to see how they came out. I only got 7 of those left, so that's on the King bundle, as well as the other variant covers. They're all variant covers are limited. There's only 7 of that one left, and then I only print 40 of the floppies for the variant covers for 2 and 3. And then add-ons are shipping free, because for the most part they're flat, so I can just include them if anybody's interested in more options for stickers, or if anybody wants more copies of if you need a second issue number 2 or 1 that you're going to gift to somebody, those are included as add-ons, and that's it.
Oh yeah, brother. I love it, man. I love it. Best of luck to you on this project, man. I know Scotty is a big fan of it, and I trust Scotty. So I'll see if I pick up that. What was his name? The guy who made the painted cover there?
Jonathan McDaniel.
Yeah, I wanna see if I pick up a copy of that one. So everybody, man, go support my brother Austin Light from American Demon Comics, man. I got his link to his Kickstarter pinned up at the top of the chat. Nick shared it a few times in the chat. So everybody go support my brother Austin Light, because it's not easy to go out there and make these things and put yourself on the line in a sense. And he's doing great work over there. He's already on chapter 3. That tells you a lot right there, right? Some people haven't even gotten their first Kickstarter off the floor. So yeah, Austin, thanks for that, man. That's awesome, brother.
I've read the first 2 issues as well, and I love it. And Austin, you're just getting better. And I've also been privileged to hear Austin in a drunken rant tell me what the whole series is going to be. I've been able to also just getting to know Austin as a friend and his influences and what he's into. There is so much more to come in this series, and y'all really need to get onto it. It was like not just Scotty approved, it's Robbie approved, it's Austin approved, it's PCP Army approved. Come on, y'all. Get on there.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, station. Oh yeah. All right, man. All right. So, guys, I think it's time for some.
You didn't read Derek's comment.
What Derek? Oh, hold on. My bad. Let me back up here a little bit anyway. First of all, Simpleton DC is in the building. Station. What is going on, Simpleton?
Bro.
That chat roundup was fucking hilarious. Hey, Connie in the building. Station. What is going on, Connie? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Thanks for popping in. Time traveling nomad in the house.
Station.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Charlie Brown.
We got the art director of the PCP Army Bad Batch, Maria Reyes, in the building. Station. Thank you. Oh yeah, here we go. The question: which character is inspired by Robbie, and why is it Envy?
None. You can tell him, Austin. Austin created this comic before he even met me. Before we even met. So yeah. But now that Derek mentions it, Austin, when am I going to make an appearance in this comic?
Work him in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Collective P also saying
cool always stuff. Need people.
Oh yeah.
Made me look thinner than I actually am. Like that Dynamite cover I was on. They made me look fucking nice.
All right, fellas. I think it's about time for some rants and recommendations. All right, everybody. So as you know, we do a little segment around here called Rants and Recommendations. You basically take something out of the week and you either recommend it, rant about it, or both. I mean, whatever you want to do. So, of course, I'm going to set this off with the man, Stu, Dr. Doom's Fan Club. What is your rant, recommendation, or both?
So after changing the tire on the side of the highway today, my rant has definitely got to be people driving way too fast when people are right there on the side of the road. It was fucking terrifying, hugging the car the whole time, but got it done. But yeah, y'all slow down and look out for each other. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but Jesus Christ. And recommendations, I gotta shout out Absolute Martian Manhunter #1. Just everything I wanted. Had sky high expectations for that book, and it met them in every way. Was such a fun read. So that one dropped recently. Make sure you pick it up. And that's my rant recommendation for tonight.
Oh yeah, Martian Manhunter seems to be topping a lot of people's lists.
Yeah, that's fantastic
for best comic. Yeah, I still haven't checked it out. I picked it up though. I do have it, so I will be reading that soon. 9-panel grid. Any rants or recommendations?
I think that people should actually speed up more. I think that people are driving way too slow, and they need to put their foot on the gas pedal.
Fear of the heel.
Wow.
No. I'm actually
lanes and heels. All right.
I got no rants this week here. I do have some recommendations, very similar to Stu, though. These just came in the mail. So I had the trade paperback, but I'm getting ready to reread 20th Century Men again by Dennis Camp. The dude's just killing it. This was such a good story. I'm ready to re-explore that world again and kind of dive back into it. So if you haven't had the opportunity to go back in time and read some of Dennis Camp's earlier work, I recommend it, man. It's a great story. It's worth it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody I know always talks about that book incessantly. So I'm going to avoid it. That's what I'm going to do.
Wow. I love it.
Oh, shit. Nick, Comic Culture. Any rants or recommendations for the week?
One of each, man. Last couple of days, man. These
wait. Hold on. You got a rant?
What?
You got a rant?
Yeah, shut up and let me do it. Jesus Christ. Another rant is people interrupting. No. We had 3 tornadoes come through yesterday. So the last few days in Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, all the way down from Texas, all the way up through Kentucky, there was this like storm that was just blowing right through. We had tornado alarms and a possible touchdown the other night at around 3 a.m. We had one yesterday morning at about 5 a.m. We had it yesterday around 4 p.m. and about 7:30 in the afternoon. So we were like hunkering down in a safe spot in the house. It was absolutely insane. Getting hail, 40, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Tornadoes, man, they fucking suck, dude. They just come out of nowhere. You can't see them coming. And it's awful. And the last few days have been very, very, very stressful from that perspective. But the good news is, comic-wise, we had a pretty solid week. Pretty light week, but a pretty solid week. And I recommend Resurrection Man from Ron V.
Hey,
Check that fucking book out, guys. It's so good. A character I know nothing about. Great synopsis in the beginning and an amazing story. You even cry in the first few pages, perhaps. So that's my recommendation. That was my rant. There you go.
Who's the publisher?
DC.
Yeah, Resurrection Man.
Resurrection
DC
Man.
character,
Vertigo.
y'all. Come on, y'all. Act
Really,
like you've been
really good
here.
book.
Act like you've been here for a
Never
while.
heard of him until right now.
Hey, there you go. Now you get to enjoy the character. Badass story.
Yeah, neither. I hadn't heard of him before this week either. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Was he on Brave and the
Come
Bold?
on, man. Come on. He's obscure as shit.
Was he on Justice League Unlimited?
Nah, he wasn't on some kiddie shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fucking too cool for school. Fuck out.
Was he a Vertigo character? Like, what? I don't know. Robbie got
No, it was a DC run. It was, I believe, it was Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, but it was just a really cool character. They tried to revive it for the New 52, and it didn't really work so well. But it's a cool idea, right? A guy who dies and is resurrected with a different power. And yeah, Ram V and Anand RK, the team behind the best book of 2019, Blue and Green. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get better than that team. And it was an absolute spectacular issue. That was almost my pick of the week.
Yeah,
but I was so surprised by Marvel for one book. So.
Marvel with an out of continuity win, man. What do I gotta say, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, God, so good.
There you go. Well, since you talked about Marvel, Big Herm, any rants or recommendations for the week, my brother?
Yeah, so this one just happened this morning. So you know, I'm at one of the stores where I'm working, you know, and a guy next to me, he's doing his stuff, his job. He pops up, but he's at headsets. So I say hello to him. He barely say hello to me and stuff like that. I was like, all right, you know, he's listening to music and stuff like that. He comes out of nowhere and goes, you know, it's because of those pigs like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera that we got people like Dua Lipa and I forgot her name, the other girl that's popular, right? And I'm sitting there like, damn, I like all these girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we may be in the middle of a sausage fest, but we love sexy pop stars, don't we?
Yeah. What's her name? She's literally one of the new
You talking about
pop
Sabrina?
stars. Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter, yeah.
She's all over my IG feed. I've barely listened to her, but like her shaking her ass is all over my feed, dude. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. That's fine.
She's good. She's got good stuff. So he's like, it's because of them. These girls are influenced by those pigs. I'm like, damn. He's like, my daughter loves them. So I guess he's talking like a dad and stuff like that. But I'm here like, damn, I want to go listen to Sabrina Carpenter, and I didn't want to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? But
meanwhile, he's in the corner playing with his dingling.
Yeah.
Listen,
listening to Pink Pony Club. Fuck out of here.
Right.
Listen, I didn't want to tell. I almost did. I say she could always be fans of those OnlyFans girls on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? At least you know she's looking up to these singers instead of those girls. You know what I'm saying? So calm down over there, Dad. You know what I'm saying? But I did not dare to do that because this guy looked like really mad. Really mad. He looked like he was in his late 40s, early 50s. And I was just like, okay, how about them Yankees? You know what I'm saying? I had to change that subject because I was. And then it changed. He's talking about the Yankees and all that. But I was just like, ooh, I dodged that bullet because I couldn't tell him that I like all these girls. I like all of them. You know what I mean? I like their music and everything. But, I kept quiet. And that's pretty much my rant. Like, if you're out there, just let them talk. Because if not, you're going to end up in a fight. And then you Fight Club all over again. You can't talk about it. So
now while you're working too.
Yeah.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance. So like I backed away, man. I had to. Or not, you would have saw a black eye right now or something like that,
No. He would have had a black eye.
I mean, I don't have kids, but any dad with daughters, they take it serious. You know what I mean? So I know Nick got a daughter, so
we're very well versed in all the. We're very well versed in all the pop stars.
I have all my
I'm not out here calling pop stars pigs and shit like that. Come on, man.
Yeah,
like
I don't know who
that's crazy.
It's clearly not for him. He needs to move on.
So Nick, don't beat me up. I like Sabrina Carpenter. All right, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I've had my share of Shuffle Rome, Melanie Martinez, Sabrina Carpenter. So yeah, dude, it's all over in this house, dude. I can't get away from
it. Yep, that's my rant. Rant or whatever you want to call it. You know,
I loved it.
All right, man.
Station.
Yeah, weird people in the shop. Stay away from them. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they're girl dads. You know what I mean?
Scotty Vaughn, any rants or recommendations for the week, my brother?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I don't have any rants, but I got a few really cool books that I've picked up. And I'm not normally an omnibus guy. I have a few. I have a handful of omnibuses, but these two that I picked up over the past week are particularly impressive. The first one, I'm a huge Dazzler fan. I have the whole run. I got all the one shots, pretty much anything Dazzler. But this past year, they put out this really fat Dazzler omnibus. It's really impressive though, because it's got all the tie-ins, the Beauty and the Beast miniseries.
It's sick, dude.
The What If.
That is beautiful.
Everything, and it's all in reading order, and so I'm super happy with that.
Thank God
for my
Mad
birthday
Dad
yesterday.
Thank God Mad Dad wasn't there when you picked that up,
man. For my birthday present to myself, though, this one is really cool too. I wanted this one so bad. But this is DC versus Marvel, the Amalgam Age omnibus.
Nice.
I didn't even know that came out.
Dude, it's got everything. Like, it literally has all the crossover stuff. Well, I mean, it doesn't have the one where Superman is the herald for Galactus, but it does have almost everything in there. It's really cool. But yeah, that's two really cool omnibuses that I picked up over the past week, and I would definitely recommend those, because they're like this Dazzler one, for a Dazzler fan, like, it's big even for an omnibus, because like we all know omnibuses are
it's a thick boy.
really big books, but this one, it's huge. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm super glad to have that, and to be able to read it in the correct reading order like that is really cool. So
yeah,
I definitely would recommend those for that reason.
Have they ever collected it before like that?
Not like this. They've never done the complete reading order like this. They've done like masterworks and things like that, but they won't have like the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in or the graphic novel or the What If. And this has it all. It's got it all in the exact reading order. So it's awesome. Really, really cool. And it's been a good week. I don't have any rants other than like the people affected by the tornadoes. My buddy in Arkansas had like 5 tornadoes around him. They were hunkered down too. So that sucks. That really does suck. But it's been a good week. I can't complain.
Those damn illegal tornadoes, man.
Yeah, man. What's up with that? We don't like them.
Rocket Robbie, any rants or recommendations for the week?
First of all, those illegal tornadoes don't even have to show ID to vote, and that's not fucking fair, is it? Like, there you go.
Who they are.
I got a rant. How about this? Y'all are supposed to be representing pop culture philosophers, and no one here knows Resurrection Man until Rom V shows up. And it's also the most like undersung Rom V book ever. Like, I trust y'all to carry on the legacy of excellence of pop culture philosophers. We're 10 years into this shiz, and no one here knows what Resurrection Man is. And also, Scotty, you really dropped a fucking $100 plus on a Dazzler omnibus. You're the fucking problem. You're on the list. You're on the list, Scotty.
See, you judged me. You prejudged me. You don't know how I got those. You don't know me.
Did you get it for free? Did someone pay you to take it?
I traded for those, and they were priced at $70 each.
You're still.
Dude, let me see that. Let me see that list real quick. Show me that list that you're writing on real quick. Let me see it.
Don't fucking try to kayfabe me.
Right,
as far as recommendations go, Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell was absolutely astonishing. It's obviously a Daredevil Dark Knight Returns, but it's like the best Steve McNiven artwork I've seen since, I don't know, Civil War, Old Man Logan. Like, it's got this like feel to it that's very Miller-esque. He's using the 16-panel grid. It is obvious what it's trying to do, but it does it well. And for Marvel, like, I'm really surprised. Also, I want to recommend something to you. How about WWE? Like, I'm serious as shit, y'all. If everybody's out there, they're complaining about the fucking WWE, the people that are watching it, they're like, oh, we're not building up to WrestleMania proper and this. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all are crazy. Because let me recommend WrestleMania to you because we got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins headlining night one. That sounds great. We got Cody Rhodes versus heel John Cena. And y'all, you can't tell me that they weren't just blasting each other on Monday night. But here's the thing. If you want to know why wrestling is so badass right now, watch the most recent Monday Night Raw. Watch the Gunther Jimmy Uso match. That shit is Attitude Era peak. That shit was amazing. Come and help your brother. They did a Rocky 4 on Monday Night Raw, y'all. Come on. It's all good. It's all good. Check out WWE. Check out Daredevil. Check out Resurrection Man. The old school one, too. And everybody here, get a fucking clue. What's wrong with y'all?
Austin, any rants or recommendations for the week, my brother?
So we'll probably get into this a little bit later, but I'm really sick of digital downloads starting to be the only thing, the only access. That's not buying anything. That's buying like a privilege to have, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna really dive into it. I think this is a topic that we're gonna get into later, but that's I don't want any of that. Recommendation. I've been watching for you weebs in the audience, One Pace. So there's a group collaboration that has kind of brought some resources together to cut out all the fat of One Piece, all the recaps, all the filler, just scenes. They're just flat out scenes in the show that are meant to be filler, and so you could still have like nuggets of like necessary stuff in a episode, but it's just surrounded by so much junk. So they have.
Isn't there like 1,000 episodes to that show?
Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard for people to get into something that's been running since 1999, and to slog through all that filler because you don't know like if it's going to be important or if it's not going to be important. So a project called One Pace has made One Piece a much better viewing experience. In the time that it's taken me to get from episode 1 to 200 on One Pace, I would still be on like episode 50, watching it in any kind of normal way.
My God.
So highly recommend if you're going to watch One Piece, just search One Pace and they have it free online.
So it's like a Dragon Ball Kai type thing where they like shorten it, get to the best parts, don't waste time, just like boom, 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 right?
Yeah, but I'd need to power up for 3 episodes. I mean, that's
But that's my recommendations. That was my rant.
There you go.
Oh yeah, good shit, Austin. Hell yeah. Oh no, wrong guy.
Eric,
what's your next one?
I gotta bitch about some more stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, man. So I don't have any recommendations this week, but I do have a rant. Okay, it's for my brother, Rockin' Robbie Billups.
Let me take a shot.
Oh no!
All right, let's go.
Oh no!
Oh, let's go. Fuck that shit.
OG Fable.
You got the nerve, brother. The nerve to go on your Rockin' Robin show and talk about me and the PCP Army Bad Batch and how we weren't at your show. There were no blue wrenches on the show. You got some nerve. Let me tell you something, brother. I think that your head has gotten big. That Jimmy Neutron head has gotten really large. Okay? Excuse us for having a life. Excuse the Army for having family and friends and things to do. I mean, we only catch and support every goddamn show you're on. Yeah. I think it's because you have these 20,000 followers, the #1 review show. You know, you get quoted in comic books all the time. You got all these creators on your channel. And you get all these CBC awards. I think all of that has gone to your head. But let me remind you of something, brother. What is the PCP without Big Fable in it? You take Big Fable away from the PCP in the last 5 years. Is it the same thing? I'll tell you one thing. That movie show would be boring without me, all right? So let me tell you something, all right? You want to disrespect somebody? You go disrespect Brooks. You go disrespect Hammer Time Horseshoe, whatever that guy's name is. But when it comes to Big Fable, you put some freaking respect on my name, okay? Not Delaney. Delaney's cool. I like Delaney. No. Let's not talk about that.
Your mind is filled.
You may be the comic book community champion, but never, ever in your life forget who's the people's champion. You're looking at him, buddy. Station.
Hey. I like Stu. Yeah, Stu. Yay!
Now, with that being said, I can't wait to hang out with you for the WrestleMania. It's gonna be so good and awesome.
I appreciate that, Fable. I do want to tell everybody real quick that your mind is filled with feces and not facts. And I will not even lower myself to respond to that this evening.
Well, Rockin' Robbie, you're still my hero. You're also a piece of shit.
Sounds like a perfect cult.
And fuck them CBC awards, man. Fuck them CBC awards, man.
All right.
That's what started all this
Brian.
shit.
Where you at, Brian?
Get him out. And that has been all right, man.
Yeah, quick though, my recommendation would have to check out his score.
Shit.
Yeah. Hi, I'm here. I'm back from hiatus. For a month,
This is your fucking dude, Taki. This is the guy who forgets the fucking panel, just so you know. He's so fucking filled with ego right now and trying to make a name for himself off of all of us.
I was gone for a month, and Brother Joe's talk about dicks and Big Fable. I don't know.
There's mad people here. I'm not used to it. No, I'm
Welcome
sorry.
back, Doc.
No, for sure. No. We got to do this right.
That's right. Okay. In all
We
seriousness,
got to get a random recommendation in there.
Well, I got 2 recommendations, but I'm only gonna do one. I'll save the other one for later. But everybody go check out the Ed Piscor tribute on the Ink and Insights show from a few days ago. That was very well done. And I think we really need to take some time and reflect about the great loss that we suffered a little bit over a year ago, and how he was treated on YouTube and what his contributions to YouTube were. So check that out.
Amen.
Thanks.
Well, thank you guys for doing it. And I'm not, so thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate that.
Of course. Hey, Steve.
And sign up for the Patreon. It's free for now.
Hey, thank you.
So just recommend tonight.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right. Oh yeah.
All right.
I thought after a month you'd have a lot of shit to bitch about, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll get you next week.
If you want to hear me bitch about stuff, let's start with day 1 of the Trump administration. So this motherfucker. No, never mind.
All right, guys. We're an hour in, man, and we haven't even gotten to the freaking news. So let's get to the damn news this week.
There is no.
All right. So before we get to the real news, I just wanted to bring this up. Maybe you guys have an explanation for this shit. Maybe you can put me on, tell me about this abomination. Does anybody have anything to say about this shit right here?
I got something to say about it. I got something to say about it.
Go for it.
Al Ewing has already been doing one of the worst Venom runs of all time. This dude doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Al Ewing has some great concepts. He has some big ideas, but he can't follow through with the execution. This is like a dude who talks a big game and can't get it up when the time is coming to get it up. You know what I'm saying? But this reveal, I get what he's doing. He's being cutesy. Oh, who is Venom? Is it going to be Rick Jones? Is it going to be Robbie Robertson? Is it Luke Cage? Now, Luke Cage is Venom. That would be interesting.
That would be
cool, right? But no. Oh, it's a red herring. It's a red-haired herring. It's Mary fucking Jane. Then it gets leaked on Bleeding Cool. Then Marvel decides to leak it. So now it's spoiled for fucking everybody. And I'm telling you, I have not heard one fucking person who thinks that this is a good idea.
No.
I think, and I know that some people, maybe even on this panel, enjoy Mary Jane as Jackpot. That's fine. But Mary Jane and Venom, it's against the fucking history of those two characters together. Mary Jane has always been terrified. And then after she got over the terrifying nature of it, was always bitter and resentful of the Venom symbiote, because the Venom symbiote with Eddie Brock terrorized her. We all remember Amazing Spider-Man 300. We all remember every goddamn appearance of Venom and Mary Jane together since. All of a sudden they're buddies, and now they're doing the next issue's cover is like a mockery of the great wedding between Peter and Mary Jane with the Venom symbiote and her. It's dumb, it's stupid, it's gimmicky, it's cliche, it's stupid as fuck, and no one likes it. And thank God Marvel had Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell this week, because it really let me be easy on this book, because I'm gonna tell you this. This book fucking sucks. 100%.
Dude, and normally I stick up for Marvel. I'm the guy that sticks up for Marvel. I can't stand the way that they milk their fans with the covers for this. Like, it's just sick to me. I don't know. I agree with the Al Ewing thing. He can't stick a landing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Would.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, when I came into the collecting game back in 2019, one of the first things I got into was Donny Cates' Venom. And it was so damn good. And I had to go backtrack all the issues I had missed. And that whole run for me was fantastic. Everything he did with Null, everything he did with Carnage. And it has been such a disappointment ever since Donny has left that title. And this shit right here, I mean, this thing, I haven't read All New Venom, but I don't need to. If this is the kind of shit that they're doing, I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I heard
that cover is so bad. That cover is so bad. It looks like a Photoshop.
Yeah, it's from Clayton Homewrecker Crane, right? So yeah, that's a surprise. But like I'll tell you what, this book has never been good under Al Ewing, in my opinion. And whatever, I wanted to give it a fresh start with the All New Venom. I wanted to know who I was out on page 1 of issue number 1, but I wanted to stick around for the reveal to see if maybe Al Ewing could pull something, right? Nope. It's some bullshit. It doesn't make sense. It's a terrible book. It's a terrible book.
One good issue, not one.
Not one. Not at all. And I don't give a shit if Al Ewing knows it. He blocked me on Twitter years ago. Maybe that's why I don't like him. But I don't know what I did to get Al Ewing to block me. But it's probably because I watched Joe Rogan. That's what it is. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I've read another book that I read at the same time as Donny Cates' Venom was The Immortal Hulk. And ever since that book, I'm starting to think, did he write The Immortal Hulk? Because everything I've read since then has not had not even a iota of the brilliance of The Immortal Hulk. So I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
You're right. Immortal Hulk's good. Immortal Hulk's
it was good. It was fantastic.
It did start falling apart after issue 25, I think.
True.
And don't forget that he quickly threw his fucking co-creator, Joe Bennett, under the bus as soon as he was able to, right? Like, he just was like, blah blah blah. I'm not saying that whatever. There's all kinds of stuff involving that, but I don't know. Al Ewing's on the list. I'll tell you that, Stu.
I'm not even mad at that addition.
Yeah. All right, I'm done with this.
You
shit.
think they? I have something to say. You think they told him there's always a thing with Spider-Man in the Spider-Man community that because we love MJ so much that they keep bringing her back and doing stupid shit to her and kind of doing it on purpose. Do you think like they told Al Ewing to do this, so he was like, all right, whatever? Or do you think like because they love just here, fans, you want MJ? Here you go. It's like throwing it in our face and stuff like that. Like, which, that's one thing that does piss me off about Marvel and Nick Lowe and all that.
This is the year of the heel, man. Herm's talking shit about a Marvel Spider-Man family. That's awesome. Fuck yeah, join the dark side. We have cookies.
Yo.
We've got cakes.
Does she have her? Does she have her Jack Luck or jackpot fucking powers with this suit too? Is she like a symbiote jackpot? Or what the hell's going on with this?
I guess that will be explored later on, right?
Is she a clone? Because that's the next thing they'll probably do. Oh, this is an MJ clone or something like that. You know,
MJ clone.
MJ was replaced by a clone back after issue 300, and it's been a clone MJ the entire time.
Well, you know what? I'll forgive them if they had her eat Paul's brain. Then I'm all happy. Then there we go.
No.
Yeah.
Don't even start playing.
You know what I mean? Don't you start with me, Eric. Don't you start with me.
All right. I'll offer a different perspective. I think this is a bold, fresh, and exciting thing for Marvel to do.
God.
I think that this is arguably the best movie.
You're on the list.
Get him out of here. I can't stand this shit anymore. Get this shit off my page.
And another thing.
Let's get to some real news, man. First item on the list. Now, this happened a few weeks ago, but we didn't get to talk about it. We didn't get to give our 2 cents on it. But Alliance Entertainment has bought Diamond Comic Distributors. Alliance Entertainment Holding Corporation has been selected as the winning bidder to acquire all of the assets of Diamond Comic Distributors after Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings. Alliance Entertainment is a global distributor and wholesale specializing in music, movies, video games, electronics, arcades, and collectibles. The proposed acquisition, which is subject to bankruptcy court approval, includes Diamond Comic Distributors in the U.S., Alliance Game Distributors, no relation, Diamond Select Toys and Collectibles, and Collectible Grading Authority. It excludes Diamond's interests in Comic Exporters, Comic Holdings, and Diamond UK, along with Diamond UK's assets. And from what I see, there's been no mention of Fandom World, Gentle Giant, or Free Comic Book Day. Alliance Entertainment states that it intends to finance the acquisition through an amendment of its existing $120 million revolving credit facility, which it expects to increase to $160 million. The amended facility will be secured by a pledge of the acquired assets alongside the company's existing collateral. The transaction and credit facility amendment are expected to close April of 2025, subject to final bankruptcy court approval. But of course, Diamond being Diamond, everything could not go off without a hitch, as Image Comics has filed a formal objection that challenges Diamond's proposal to assume and assign a key distribution agreement to a potential buyer as part of its Chapter 11 asset sale, while also disputing the amount Diamond claims it owes Image Comics. Image Comics argues that its April 2024 agreement with Diamond, under which Diamond serves as Image's exclusive agent for distributing products internationally outside of the Luna deal and including Diamond UK, cannot be transferred without its consent. Image also disputes Diamond's proposed cure amount, the sum Diamond must pay to resolve outstanding debts before assuming the contract. Diamond listed the amount as over $25,000 in a bankruptcy notice, but Image claims it is owed at least $70,000 for sales reported through November 2024. Universal Distribution and Ad Populum are named joint backup bidders for Diamond Comics in case the alignment bid falls through. Any thoughts on Alliance Entertainment buying Diamond Comic?
Did it go through? Because I heard everything was supposed to be settled like a couple days ago.
Well, it says that the agreement should go through this month. I just don't know which day of the month. It says April 2025 should be.
I don't think it's been reported that it's been approved yet. And I think maybe the Image thing has gotten in a little bit of the way there. Maybe just a little bit, but it seems like it's going to be approved.
I would love to hear Robbie's take on this because I'm a cult member.
Well, congratulations, Alliance. You bought Diamond. What does that mean? You know, like that's the thing. Yeah. What does it mean? And what does it mean to us? All right. What it means to us as comic book fans is very little, honestly. Because who are the biggest publishers still remaining at Diamond right now? Dynamite, Zenoscope, Titan left, Distillery left. I've heard rumblings that some of those other companies are leaving. Hell, even Brian Pulido decided to leave Diamond and do his own self-distribution, right? Cut the middleman out. Here's the other thing. Alliance Entertainment, they don't give a shit about comic books.
That's my thing.
They don't. They don't give a shit about comic books. They didn't buy Diamond because they thought that they could do something significant in the world of comic book distribution to the direct market or to, say, the undirect market, like bring back the newsstand or things like that. That's not what's going on. Now, what is cool is that we know that Diamond is cool. So now as a retailer, I can start ordering toys again from them because Alliance, they're a toy company. They're a card company. They're a gaming company. What they get by purchasing Diamond is access to like 3,000 plus accounts.
Right.
Right? More internationally, probably, right? And that's what they care about. They don't give a shit about comics. That's why I'm sure they'll settle the shit with Image, get this pushed through. Everything will be fine. Diamond's still alive, but now they're no longer Diamond comic book distributors, right? They're like Diamond pop culture shit or something. I don't know, right? But like Alliance didn't buy them because they give a shit about the comic book industry, but they do give a shit about the accounts that all of a sudden they have access to because they've been trying to get us on board with them for a long, long time. Also, don't forget, one of Diamond's assets is Alliance Games. So Alliance just bought Alliance, which is fucking crazy, but it's what happened. So I think it's good news for Diamond, for the people that work there. Some people are going to get some bonuses. So that's nice for them. Comic shops in the meantime are still getting fucked, and I don't think that's going to change. So if you are a retailer and you haven't embraced Lunar, Penguin Random House, or self-distribution from people like Brian Pulido at Coffin Comics, get fucked, get with the times, and serve your customers in the right way. Because this isn't changing anything about Diamond or how they operate. It's just saving Diamond, right? That's all it is. And some rich people are going to get richer off of it.
Right. I was gonna say, do you think they bought a lemon? But I think you kind of answered that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's much here. I think Alliance just wants, like Robbie said, 3,000 accounts, and they want a distribution arm for all the other shit that they sell. I mean, it's obvious, you know, warehouse, some trucks, stuff like that. That's always good.
Even as far as that goes, like as far as distribution, Diamond is now down to one warehouse, and they can't even get the comic book shipped on time since like October of last year, right? Yeah. So Diamond's not like a lucrative thing. All they want is those accounts. Like the people, the shops that are already signed up for Diamond are now going to be, in a way, signed up for Alliance, and they're going to get to, they got an email. Like, never underestimate the power of an email list, right? Or access to people, right? And financial stuff and things like that, right? Diamond owes a lot of money to shops. Shops owe a lot of money to Diamond. Diamond owes a lot of money to publishers. Some shops owe a lot of money to Diamond. How's that going to shake out? I don't know. But as far as us as comic book fans, if you're a fan of memorabilia collectibles, this is a big deal because Alliance has been doing that shit for a while, and they're just kind of adding this into them to their portfolio or whatever, right? But as a comic book fan, if you just give a shit about, if you're a Wednesday warrior and you just care about your comics are already taken care of because everybody has already left. So as far as comic books go, it's pretty much done for Diamond, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There was definitely an effect of them going into bankruptcy. You know, some companies did suffer because of this, but I think the industry pretty much corrected itself. And yeah, I mean, did we really need Diamond at the end of the day? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see how it shakes up. It's not over yet, though. You know, they're still not completely purchased, so we'll see. We'll see. But another thing that's been impacting comic books lately is tariffs, man. I know everybody's been hearing that word for the past week. So yeah, the comic industry is set to feel the impact of tariffs. Some emails have gone out from comic book supply companies such as BCW and Comic Pro Line, and presumably others, that they are increasing their prices due to incoming tariffs. In an email, Comic Pro Line writes, "Next week, there is very much the possibility that tariffs will be put in place that will affect the pricing of our products. Our website will be shutting down for a couple of days following the end of our sale on Friday. It will stay down until we know how high of a percentage the tariffs are, or if it will even affect our company at all." So, yeah, I heard talk about comic books going up, but it looks like comic book supplies are already getting hit. Does this impact you guys at all? I mean, you guys gonna have to start buying, your bags and boards are gonna be a little more expensive.
Yeah, I get Comic Pro Line bags. I've been doing that for a long time, and I was just running low on them, and I got a delivery today actually. So this message came out, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, let me go ahead and just stock up anyway because I need to. And it got delivered today, so I got my like 30-pound box of bags and boards sitting over here. So
nice.
I don't know. It'd be a shame if it did. Who knows? The website is down. I can tell you that. You go there and it's down for maintenance right now. So who knows what it'll look like when it comes back? But
tariffs is what the people voted for when they voted Trump. You get what you ask for.
He talked about it. He campaigned on it, so
I know.
Well, people don't understand that shit. They don't understand like geo fucking financial shit. You know what I'm saying?
Trump and his administration doesn't understand it either.
No, they don't. But here's the one thing that this administration knows how to do: is play the American public like a fucking fiddle, right? Yeah. And that's what they're fucking doing. Yeah. And it's stupid and it's dangerous and it's caused. There was a dude who just recently, I don't remember what dude it was. And Austin, I don't know where you get your comic books printed, right? But there's like a recent Kickstarter where the dude was like, "Fuck, this Kickstarter just went off, and honestly, I should just scrap the whole thing and refund all the money and pay out the printer because I will now lose money on this because it was printed in China, which has some of the highest tariffs out there, right?"
Wow.
And also like, so Long Box Heroes, the action figure line, they're like superpowers, like DC superpowers type figures of like indie comics. So there's like Savage Dragon and Madman and Grendel. Like I have the Madman, right? It's like fantastic. They're super cool. They look perfect with your like superpowers figures from the 80s, but you can have Madman and Superman next to each other, right? They were kickstarting their next wave, and it had some baller ass shit, like a Rocketeer with a removable helmet, a Savage Dragon, right? More versions of Grendel, and they did Christine Spar Grendel, and they had Madman with the jacket and the rocket helmet and shit like that. And they canceled that Kickstarter because they were like, "Well, no, we can't do it anymore." And yeah, it's going to raise comic book prices 100%.
But it goes further than that too, because if you're getting them printed in China, there's one tariff, right? But you got to think about where these things are actually like distributed from. And if you're getting it distributed from Canada, then there was already, a tariff that was in place previous to that. So when he says that he increased it by 20%, it's not just a flat 20%. It's 20% on top of the previous percentage that was on there. So now you're getting it tariffed one way, tariffed another way, on top of the previous one that was there. It's becoming less and less cost effective to make that stuff. And what they don't understand, the whole purpose behind this is to drive more American manufacturing. Well, guess what? It's not doing that. In fact, if you look at it, you can make the argument that it's actually incentivizing American publishers to raise the prices, to make it more, expensive to do that kind of business, because it's like stalemating people from actually going overseas and doing it. So what is the purpose for all of this? I don't fucking know.
What they say is, yeah, like, right. They say that we're going to reignite American industry.
Yeah, no, you're not.
We ain't got no paper mills ready to go. We ain't got no printers ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just been outsourced a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not somebody in Pittsburgh or somebody in Denver or somebody in fucking, I don't know, Boise, Idaho with a paper mill or a printing company ready to go. They're done. They don't exist. So, like, these publishers are just going to have to raise the price. And these tariffs are going to start hitting things that are already printed. Do you get what I'm saying? And I don't know. The one good thing that can come out of it is maybe Marvel decides to, like, do fewer books. Maybe they would be better if they did fewer books. I don't know. But nothing good's going to come out of this as far as the comic book industry goes. But my ultimate takeaway is, God damn, this administration sucks, and they know how to play the American people like a fiddle on all sides of it. I know, and those poor fucking penguins, man. They were like, we didn't do shit.
But you know, it's like it sucks because, you know, first the threat of what Diamond going through bankruptcy, you know, the cost of that, and then now you got this bullshit with the comic book supplies and the price of comic books. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I know that we'll probably see our way through this, and it's not going to be forever because this guy's not going to be there forever. Hopefully, if he doesn't find a way to stay there forever. But this really sucks, bro. This is not the time for all of this shit to happen.
We're in the section of American history right before the Civil War where there was like just a change off of 4-year presidents back and forth and nobody did anything. Like, we're kind of like that right now. We're kind of where my Auburn Tigers football team is right now. Not the basketball team though. War Eagle Final Four, baby.
War Eagle, baby.
We're in the where the football team is right now. Where it's like, okay, just a bunch of coaches are going to come in and not get shit done. Alabama was in the same shit in the 90s, you know, after Gene Stallings left and shit like that, right? So you can think of it like that. So we're just in this part of American history where this bullshit's just going to red to blue, red to blue, red to blue until we finally get a fucking purple, and we'll be too old to really appreciate it. But yeah, it affects the comic books. But man, here's the other thing, dude. Where are we getting avocados from, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's not a farm outside of Huntsville, Alabama, ready to go to meet the national demand for avocados. You know what I'm saying? Where are we getting bananas from? It's so stupid, man. And it's going to go beyond comics. And here's the scariest thing and how it mostly impacts the comic book industry. It's not necessarily the rising of prices of the comic books or what the publishers have to pay or the independent creators, what they have to pay. And that sucks, right? But now when your eggs are already $6 a dozen,
exactly,
on the cheapest, now you're like choosing everything's going to rise. Right. Comic books are not a necessity. Right?
Exactly.
Maybe they are for us. And that's the one cool thing about everybody here that we have in common. But when everything else goes up, how do you justify spending money on comics or action figures or graphic novels or original art or whatever it is that keeps this industry alive? How can you make it to the next con and drop a few $100s to your favorite creator to let them know you appreciate them when the food costs are crazy? Car costs are crazy. Rent is crazy. Everything's too fucking high, man. And Razor's got the hookups on avocados. That's nice, brother. I'm going to give you a holler. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, man. Like shit, dude. Razor. It's too fucking expensive. Man.
Oh boy, Razor Station.
The irony is like that there's no tariffs on digital comics.
Yeah, but then
But there's tariffs on the iPads. And the Kindles and all that shit.
Yeah. But I guess what we always worry about is our shops, right? I know that certain shops haven't been doing business correctly. Like Robbie said, why are you still ordering from Diamond with all these other distribution outlets? But it's going to be kind of hard to it's a hard sell to sell these comic books at the increased prices. And then on top, it's like, oh, let me get a pack of bag and boards. It's like going to be ridiculously priced, man.
And most of us have already been priced out of bags and boards, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is a comic book box like $10? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a piece of fucking cardboard, brother.
It's still less than 12.
for now, unless it's
Never
got
mind.
some
That was-
Marvel
that was
printed
an
art
inside
on it.
joke that only I got, but
Oh,
No, but
God,
I
then they're
hate
like
it. I hate it when a
15,
comic
20
shop
bucks.
closes, man. We need as many comic shops in this industry. We also need comics to go beyond the direct market. We need both, and that's less of a possibility within this administration. But you know what? Don't worry, Mr. and Mrs. Blue is going to show up in 3 years, 4 years, and they'll reverse a bunch of shit. Then Mr. and Mrs. Red's going to show
Marco
up.
Rubio, man. What you talking
All
about?
this shit. Marco Rubio? Dude, I would fucking beg for Mitt Romney right now. Is what I would do. I tell you that.
But here's the thing. Okay, next administration comes in, tariffs are gone, things are getting better. Does that
They're not going up.
incentivize Marvel to say, okay, we could lower our prices now? When in 4 years they've been selling Mary Jane, all new, all Venom. You know what I'm saying?
It's why the price of toilet paper's never gone down since 2020.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. All right, moving on, man. This one, nobody really has to say anything, but I think it deserves a mention. TFAW, thingsfromanotherworld.com is set to close.
This is a great show for me right here, man.
Next week's subs will be their last. TFAW.com is set to shut down on April 30th, 2025, ending its online services after decades. Last subscription and pre-order processing day is April 9th of 2025 for all pending orders. TFAW's physical stores in Oregon and California are to remain open for customers. In a letter sent out to subscribers, they write, quote, "We regret to inform you that as of April 30th, 2025, TFAW will be shutting down. The TFAW.com team would like to sincerely thank you for your continued support and for making us your comic shop. It's been a pleasure serving the comic community for over 25 years. Please note, our physical stores located in Milwaukee, Oregon, Beaverton, Oregon, and Universal City Walk, California will remain open, and we hope to continue serving you in person." Yeah. So, nobody really has to say much on this. I just thought it'd be worth mentioning. But I know Tact. I know you use this store a lot.
Well, I did. And I mean, there's other people that left with a bitter taste in their mouth. And, it still wasn't all that bad. It just, you just don't get great customer service sometimes. And, it's kind of, I was using them when I was still buying a lot of new books. The way they had their pull system set up was you didn't pay for them when you pulled them. And then all of a sudden you get this charge, and then they don't pack them real well, or they use peanuts to pack them, and they do shipping delays, and you get books like 4 months after the fact, and it's like, I don't even want this anymore.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
that was,
I remember one time I ordered from, because I do everything online, right? And of course, I heard of this website from Bueller, because Bueller used to pitch this website all the time.
they have the best website. I think their website was better than even Midtown's.
Yeah,
So
for
this is
sure.
surprising. Go ahead.
But one day I get an email and it says they charged me $20, and I'm like, $20 for what? And when I go check, it's one book that's a $4.90 or $3.99 book plus $15 shipping. I'm like, what the hell? You charged me $15 shipping for one book that I didn't even know I ordered from you guys? I swear I didn't order this book from these people. But
how did they ship it to you, Fable?
In the regular thing, the Gemini.
The Gemini? Wow. Because most of
them
get like a flimsy mailer that doesn't protect the book at all.
Or a box of cockroaches.
But
yeah,
that's things from the other world. Oh wait, never mind.
$15 in shipping. I mean, can you believe that? That was like, I mean, I went on that site and I scrubbed any kind of goddamn cards, any information I had on that site. I scrubbed it that same day because I felt like they robbed me for $20. So I don't want to see anybody lose their jobs ever. But if they were doing shit like that, I mean, maybe it was time.
They're still doing their brick and mortar stores, and that's cool. But TFAW was like a pinnacle of retail online, right?
Yeah.
For comic book retailers online.
I know people that got from them for years, man.
Yeah, man. And they had, like you said, they had like a great website, and like If you go to most comic shops that have websites, it's like a GeoCities site from 1997 still. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how to find what the fuck it is and shit like that. I like using Lone Star Comics, which is mycomicshop.com. If I want to find something like, but even then, like, it's not that great of a site.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not that great of a site
either.
Kind of old school.
Remember, a lot of comic book retailers are still like fucking. They're like 60-year-old men who've been running their shop since the fucking 90s that made it through the bankruptcy of Marvel that are still just like, what, eBay? What's eBay? So
Midtown is pretty good, though.
You know what? Comic book retailers are on my fucking list. There you go.
Yeah, put them on the list. I have to commend Midtown, though. Midtown has a great mobile site and they have a great browser site. So shout out to Midtown.
Yeah,
I think they have the best thing going on right now.
And the pre-orders aren't that bad. Usually what ends up happening is when you do the pre-orders, you end up like through some back door and it's like, okay, it's 83 again and you're using a dial-up modem. And Midtown, when you do the pre-orders through them, it's not that bad.
I thought I'd have to go to Midtown soon recently to get my Youngblood #1 that Rob Liefeld's decided to go direct to consumer with. And Midtown's got some bits, but then luckily I heard my boy Mark Spears is doing a cover, so I messaged him. I was like, "Bro, you better save me one of your comments." I swear to God.
There you go.
I will talk so much shit about your work if you do not. So,
there you go.
That's crazy. So a LCS with relationships with Penguin and Lunar has to go. The manager has to buy a book from Midtown. That's just crazy to me.
No, I got to get a book from my boy Mark Spears. That's what I got to do.
Yeah. Well, you could have got it from Midtown too, but
I could have.
Yeah.
I could have.
Good thing Mark's looking. Hey, can you tell Mark to send me one of those Bridezillas? Thanks.
Shit, I bet he sold all of his for like 500 each, man. Signed and CGC'd, man.
Yeah. Mine's off getting graded right now.
Oh,
nice.
Oh yeah, bro.
I got a 1 in 200, man, but it's like signed, like it was a gift. I was like, I can't sell that shit. It's probably worth some money though. But good for Mark. That's great. The Mark though, yeah, Mark's cool. He's the golden boy right now. He's kind of a piece of shit too. Just so you know.
Is he on the list?
Jenny Prison's here though.
No, Mark's not on the list. Not yet. We'll see what the fuck happens. If he doesn't show up to Twin Peaks with us for the expo, he's on the list.
There you go. Any other thoughts on TFAW closing down? TFAW.com, not the actual company, but TFAW.com. All right, moving on, man. Let's talk about some Hollywood news. We had a great passing this week. I've seen a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, posting about Val Kilmer passing away this week. So let me just read some stuff about him. Val Kilmer passes away at the age of 65. He looked good for 65, not gonna lie. Val Kilmer, the star of the 80s and 90s blockbusters, including Top Gun, Batman Forever, and Tombstone, has passed away. Kilmer was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2015 and underwent a tracheotomy, which made talking difficult for the actor. He was a graduate of the Juilliard School's drama division, began his career as a theater actor in off-Broadway plays before finding Hollywood fame in the early 1980s, displaying a deft hand for comedy with roles in the spy spoof Top Secret and the sci-fi comedy Real Genius. Kilmer became a major star when he landed the role of Tom Iceman Kaczynski in the 1986 aviator blockbuster Top Gun alongside Tom Cruise. The film made $344 million at the box office, becoming one of the highest grossing movies of the decade. He followed the success of Top Gun with a string of well-received roles throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s as the dashing swordsman Mard Madigan in Ron Howard's fantasy film Willow, as rock icon Jim Morrison in Oliver Stone's The Doors, and as gunslinger Doc Holliday in the Western drama Tombstone, alongside Kurt Russell. Holiday's signature line in the film, "I'm Your Huckleberry," became an internet meme favorite and was also the title of Kilmer's 2020 memoir. In 1995, Kilmer stepped into the role of the Cape Crusader, replacing Michael Keaton in Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. The film was a massive box office success, but Kilmer opted not to reprise the role for the next installment. Also in 1995, Kilmer appeared as a bank robber in Michael Mann's hit crime thriller Heat, alongside Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. After a series of box office and critical disappointments, including the poorly received The Island of Dr. Moreau with Marlon Brando, Kilmer appeared more selective in his roles. He voiced Moses in 1998's animated Prince of Egypt, played a blind man in 1999 romantic drama At First Sight, a scientist astronaut in the 2000 sci-fi thriller Red Planet, and co-starred with Robert Downey Jr. in the 2005 dark comedy Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang. Kilmer reprised his role as Iceman in Top Gun Maverick in 2022. The film was a massive success, grossing over $1.4 billion at the box office. It was Kilmer's final credited acting role, for which his voice, affected by his earlier illness, was digitally enhanced. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. And anybody want to share any thoughts on Val Kilmer?
Yeah, the Iceman, man. The Iceman. I grew up with Top Gun. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So, of course, he was Batman. But as soon as I saw this happen, Iceman comes in my mind first. And big part of my childhood, and it's sad. You start getting to the age where you see a lot of this. It just sucks that it was cancer again, and he's 65. Yeah. We're still pretty young. You know what I mean? Like, shit, man. And we're starting to get a lot of this. Cancer sucks, man. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, this one hurt because of that. You know, we've lost members here because of cancer. You know, rest in peace, Mr. Thomas, John Thomas. So, yeah, man, that's just it. When stuff like this out of nowhere, my wife's the one that told me about this one. I stopped everything I was thinking, everything I was doing, just to remember him and stuff like that. It's gone too soon, man. So rest in peace, my man. Iceman, baby.
Him and Tombstone was like so monumental for so many years for me. And also, I agree with Razor as well. Heat. Man, he was so great in that supporting role. One of my favorites that doesn't really get talked about a lot was The Saint. I don't know if y'all saw that one with Elizabeth Shue.
Great movie, man.
But
dude, based on the Roger Moore show, yeah.
Yeah, man. He got to really flex his chops in that one by being so many different characters, so many different disguises. He was such a supreme talent, and he always kept that Shakespearean artist side to him alive. And he was an artist to the end. That's one thing I always love about Val. So yeah, I agree with her, man. It sucks that, not only did he kind of get his voice taken from him in a sense, but it ended up getting him in the end, but gone way too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a Val Kilmer fan, I will say. And this was sad news. Like, we all knew he wasn't doing so well. And it's really sad to you see his last IG video he did with David Cho, where there's like David did a Batman or something, and he's wearing the mask again. And I just want to say this: all these people that are out there, I see everybody on social media, and everybody's all like, "Oh, Val Kilmer, that sucks, man. Batman Forever. We need to watch Batman Forever, and we should release the Schumacher cut." Where the fuck were y'all for 20 fucking years? You know what I'm saying? This is my second favorite on-screen Batman, right after Christian Bale, is Val Kilmer in Batman Forever. Batman Forever is way better than people give it credit for. Yeah. Jim Carrey tries to steal the show, and we do need the Schumacher cut. But Val Kilmer was one of the first Batman on screen to actually throw a kick, so that's pretty fucking
I was going to
cool.
say that, dude, because I think Keaton is still the better Batman, but Val Kilmer's fight scenes in Batman Forever
They're great.
Way better.
Oh, and his delivery's so great. He had fucking Chase Meridian, Nicole Kidman all over him. He's like, "This the cape." Chick stick the cape. He's great in that role, right? But he's also he's so great in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's so amazing in Top Gun. He's so amazing in Willow. Heat. It's Michael Mann, one of the greatest directors of all time.
Heat.
Right?
Heat.
Notice the sound
awesome.
of the waves in Heat. Oh my God. I'm going to say that real quick. But also, let us not forget one of his greatest performances, in my estimation, True Romance, the Tony Scott film, written by Quentin Tarantino. He played Elvis, and he killed it. Killed it. It's a tragic loss, but the unfortunateness of it is that we lost Val Kilmer in this industry a while ago, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like go watch you some Heat. Go watch you some Batman Forever. Go watch you some Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Go watch you The Saint. Go watch you some True Romance. Hell, watch Top Gun. That's the gayest movie I've ever seen. And I mean that in a very positive way. Like, I love Top Gun. I grew up my whole life hating Top Gun. I did it. I watched it on VHS for a Patreon thing last year. And I came out of it just like, this is the greatest, gayest movie I've ever seen.
It's so cool
good.
that he was in Maverick, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was, dude. They had a pull for that too, man. They had to really work for that. But yeah, it sucks, man. Val Kilmer's like a greater actor than we think. And I got 2 guns, one for each of you. Like, if anybody's ever seen that Kevin Costner piece of shit Wyatt Earp, where fucking Dennis Quaid, is it Dennis Quaid? Yeah, because his shitty brother is Randy. Dennis Quaid plays fucking Doc Holliday. Get the fuck out of here. Tombstone may be ridiculous and sensational, but it's the better fucking film. So fuck you, Kevin Costner. You're on the list too.
Yeah, dude was my first Batman. Like before Keaton, obviously before Bale. I remember going to the movie theater and seeing Batman Forever for the first time. This dude was my very first Batman, and it's kind of crazy. Like, I can't say any more about the movies that you guys have already mentioned, but it's crazy. Like, that's the sign of a great actor, is when you can like look at hallmarks throughout your life, and he's been there, right? He was there in my childhood. He was there in my like early adulthood with Tombstone. He was there later on with movies like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is like one of those movies, like I will watch that annually. We do Shane Black Christmas every single Christmas. So Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is always on the list to watch. So he's been there throughout the entirety as part of like me, growing up and appreciating pop culture and things like that. Val Kilmer rocks, man. Like, this really sucks. It hurts
Kiss
so bad.
Bang Bang. Doesn't he deliver the line like Robert Downey Jr. is like playing Russian roulette with that guy and shoots him in the fucking head? He's like, well, there was like a 10% chance of that happening. And he goes, do you even know math?
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's a great movie. And look at all the different roles that he played. All of those roles are different. Those are all different movies. Doc Holliday to Batman to Elvis to Iceman, like they're
Jim
all
Morrison.
very
Jim
different
Morrison.
roles.
Yeah.
And he's cold calculated. Oh,
Yeah.
That movie
man.
is so good, and people don't give it enough credit anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
Colin said it good here. He said it can't be overstated how huge Batman Forever was. The McDonald's mugs. Come on.
Dude,
I got 2 of them.
some of the best ever.
I got 2 of them. I need the other 2 if anybody has got an in.
Which 2 do you have, bro?
I have the Batman one and I have the Two-Face one.
Ooh, those are solid.
Nice.
I like the Two-Face one is the handle with the coin, isn't it?
Yeah, the coins flipping in the handle.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then the Riddler one, I don't have it, but the handle's his little like question mark staff or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be my brother's favorite growing up. I was always jealous.
Batman Forever is great, dude. Plus Drew Barrymore and that other chick, Sugar and Spice, they're so hot in that movie, man. And so is Val Kilmer. Like, here's the thing. I get it. Michael Keaton's cool. He's got nice eyebrows, but Val Kilmer was the first sexy Batman that we had, I think. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, for me, it'll always be Willow. Willow's the movie that brought me into Val Kilmer. And I used to love Willow so much. It was one of those things that you rent and you watch over and over and over again. And he's just a great character actor. I loved him in Heat, especially as that freaking assassin, man. It was just so freaking like crazy and weird and stuff and quirky, but he played it so well. So yeah, rest in peace, Val Kilmer, man. You will forever be loved. Razor, you need to get on it, my brother. I've never seen Willow. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Check it out.
We're talking about the movie, not the TV show that they did a couple years ago.
No, fuck that TV show.
Yeah, watch the movie.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely Simpleton. All right, man. Let's move on. This is another thing that happened. I don't know if it happened this week or last week, but Marvel reveals the cast of Avengers Doomsday in a 6-hour live stream. Marvel confirmed the first 27 members of Avengers Doomsday in a record-breaking nearly 6-hour stream on March 26th. It all started with one chair and then another and another. Without any prior announcement, Marvel Studios launched a live stream at 8 a.m. Pacific time Wednesday morning to unveil the cast of Avengers Doomsday. Each cast member was suspensefully revealed to Marvel fans across the world, one actor's chair at a time, over the course of 5.5 hours, and ended with Robert Downey Jr. sitting in the last chair. The reveals included Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Letitia Wright, Paul Rudd, Wyatt Russell, Tanaquerta Mejia, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Simu Liu, Florence Pugh, Kelsey Grammer, Louis Pullman, Danny Ramirez, Joseph Quinn, David Harbour, Winston Duke, Hannah John Kamen, Tom Hiddleston, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca whatever her name is, you know what I'm talking about. James Marsden, Channing Tatum, and Pedro Pascal, man. The cast announcement became Marvel's biggest live stream ever, going hour over hour. Fans poured into the broadcast from across X, YouTube, and Instagram, drawing 275 million digital views and generating 3.1 million social mentions. After 24 hours, the live stream was number 2 trending video on YouTube. Guys, what do you think of this 27 freaking actor reveal for Avengers Doomsday?
I hope Doom kills like half of them in the first 5 minutes, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Personally, this might be a hot take between it might not be, I don't know, but I could care less about what they're really doing in the MCU aside from Spider-Man projects. I just, after Endgame, I look at every movie, I'm like,
yeah, I mean, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people definitely checked out.
That's not a hot take, Austin. We all are shitting on the MCU now. Even fucking Herm probably has some fucking problems with it, man.
Oh, man. I mean, no.
It's not so much that like I feel like they're doing like a horrible job. I mean, I think that there's a lot of spirit that's been lost in it, but for the most part, I'm not interested. Like, maybe it is because they're doing maybe I'm like my peripherals can be like, oh, the quality in this is like not there. Like the heart is been lost.
I think Robert Downey Jr. as Doom says it all. And that's I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that says it all. This is like,
and the fact that the Russo brothers are doing it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that might be a positive, but Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how are you going to take a character like Doom and not give him the respect of bringing another A+ actor in to play him? I don't get it.
And why you
give like they're trying to go halfway. They're like, oh wait, we want to bring in the people from before, and we're scared to do anything new, and
because they haven't established that new team of Avengers that, you know what I mean, like that we're really invested in. I think in this phase, and I think what Austin said is dead on. Like the heart is the spirit is gone from these things. It's all feels cookie cutter and just like none of those impactful moments like we had in some of those previous Iron Man films and Avenger films and stuff like that, man. I just feel like ever since those two the culmination in those two Avengers games is we've been sorely missing. We've been here for it, but at this point we're just we're trying. I think we're all trying to get to the finish line that is Fantastic Four this summer, but
here's my problem with this thing. I am super patiently waiting and have been excited to hear anything about the X-Men. And when I hear about the X-Men, I'm getting the fucking Fox X-Men. No disrespect to the Fox X-Men, but they had their day, they had their time, they had their moment in the light. it's over. I want
Yeah, I don't want it
MCU X-Men. And now with this announcement, it feels I'm going to wait another 5 fucking years to see a proper MCU X-Men. This, to me, is the same energy as Spider-Man, No Way, whatever the fuck, Tobey Maguire, pandering bullshit. And I know people like that stuff. I know people appreciated it because, they like Tobey, they like the other guy, Andrew Garfield. And for that movie, it maybe worked, but we all know that was there for that reason, right? Like, there's no substance to that shit. And to me, this is like Avengers versus X-Men, which is something that we've all wanted to see. But is this the Avengers versus X-Men that we want to see? I don't know.
No, it's not. And I get what you're saying as an X-Men fan. You're wanting to hear who are the new blood coming in, right? Imagine being a fucking Blade fan. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been waiting for that shit for fucking 6 years at this point, right? But like, here's the thing, man.
Wesley or Martial Ali. I mean, I would have been happy with you. I mean, Blade's not a part of that cast. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to admit something that I'm not proud of. I was watching this stream. Now, granted, I was at work on a Wednesday. I was doing my thing. Brooks was in my office chilling with me, and I was like, "Hey, man, they're revealing the fucking cast of Doomsday. Let's put it on." And so, like, I would be doing my work. Me and Brooks were chatting. Then we'd be like, "Oh shit, they're about to reveal the next name." And for the most part, it's like, yeah, we knew they were going to be in this fucking movie. They spoiled the fact that nobody in the Thunderbolts dies, except for maybe Taskmaster. Okay, so all the Thunderbolts are in this movie. So okay, there's that. That's cool. And then here's the stupid shit. All right, they revealed, my favorite reveal was Channing Tatum. I was like, we were all flipping out. Me, Jay Strick, and Brooks, we were all like, fuck yeah, Channing Tatum is back as Gambit. That's going to be great. Then we're like, what's the next reveal? What's the next reveal? And he goes, Pedro Pascal. And we're like, yeah, no shit. The other Fantastic Four are there too. So of course he's there. And then it ends with Robert Downey Jr. showing it. Yeah, we already knew that. I was expecting, where's Hugh Jackman? Where's Tobey Maguire? Where's David Hasselhoff? You know what I'm saying? These are the names I wanted to see. But no, like, yeah, sure. The reveal was stupid. And you know what? I watched that shit. I was one of those people. I'm on my fucking list. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I'm on the fucking list.
And then they give us the Fox X-Men, okay, but they gave us Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. I mean, get the fuck. Those guys are like,
I'll tell you this.
Now, they gave you Joe Biden. Joe Biden as Professor Xavier. Oh, where am I? Oh, my diaper.
When they revealed those names, those names, I was kind of, there's a peak of me that was excited, right? Where I'm like, oh fuck, that's kind of neat. But at the same time, then I looked at Brooks. I remember going, Ian McKellen's 85 fucking years old, man.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. And it was like, and how many times do we have to see Professor X die in these fucking movies? Like, Patrick Stewart's like done his last hurrah. He's Vin Diesel now of the MCU, right? He's like, one last ride until next time. Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
they couldn't even get the reboot Fox X-Men guys who are much younger. I don't get this.
It's just a matter of like, how are you gonna overturn Disney's hold on the MCU? Like, I don't see them letting go of that. Like, and I think that's what it's going to have to take is that alternate ownership, because I think Disney on a broad scale is just taking the spirit out of everything.
So like Disney's not gonna let it go. They're not gonna let go of Star Wars, but we see it with the same thing with Star Wars. Even worse, I think, with Star Wars, right? With the fan reaction, shit like that, right? But like, so like Kevin Feige seemed like he's the creative the creative executive. He's the executive who like spearheaded the MCU into what it was, right? Now, he was kind of taken off of the board a little bit for the last few years. He came back. Now he's course correcting. We haven't seen the second era of Feige movies yet. We're going to see that for the first time with Thunderbolts, right? I guess we're seeing it with Daredevil, but I haven't been watching Daredevil. But Thunderbolts is the first, like, post Bob Chapek, Bob Iger's back. Let's Kevin Feige have more of a controlling nature. We'll see what happens. What it seems like to me is that they're doing a quick build up to course correct and they're going to have 2 Avengers movies. They're going to wrap everything up, and then we get a reboot. That's the inevitable result of Secret Wars. Marvel, the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is about to have their Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's what they're doing, right? And then you can start it all over with new casts, maybe some familiar faces. And you can correct some of the mistakes you made, like not recasting Black Panther, Like, that's kind of a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool to see the X-Men on there, but at the same time, yeah, but like, what were we expecting? Were we wanting something different? Were we wanting something more? But here's the big shame. We can all agree here, especially me and Stu in particular, that Dr. Doom is a beyond Thanos level fucking threat. And so is Galactus. So when I hear that Galactus is regulated to half of a fucking movie and the whole Doom story is just 2 movies and it's Robert Downey Jr., which means that people, like Taki said, will have a slight, even though they don't realize it, they'll have a slight disrespect for the character of Victor Von Doom. Because to them, all they're seeing is Robert Downey Jr. And maybe he crushes it, and maybe we don't see his face and all this shit. I don't think the Muggles can separate Tony Stark from Victor if Robert Downey Jr. is Victor Von Doom. And I think that wrapping this all up in 2 movies is a disservice to that character, who is not just the greatest villain in Marvel Comics history, but the greatest villain in the history of mankind. Fiction.
All right, whatever. Get out of here with all this shit. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
All hell Megatron.
I'm in the cult.
What if I got a question? What if he does a great job? What if, like, he gives you a great Doom? Yeah. Are you gonna sit there and change your mind, or are you gonna be like, fuck that, get off my lawn?
If he does a great job, I'll tell you he did a great job, man. Yeah. I hope he does.
I'm just like, I think that he's a good actor. He's a great actor.
He's got to wear the mask.
He's got to
wear the mask the whole film.
I have no problem with Robert Downey Jr. I have a problem with the idea that this is Tony Stark, and this is Tony Stark to billions of people, right? And I don't know if they can pull that away. And I think that it will. I don't know. I anticipate that it will lead to a disservice to the character, because Robert Downey Jr. played Tony Stark because Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark, right? Is he Victor? I don't know. I would have preferred Cillian Murphy. If he kills it and slays it, I'll love it. I'll love it. But
listen, he's probably turning heel like John Cena. Just John Cena. And everybody thought he was turning heel. But nobody's going, hey, this is not my John Cena. Fuck this guy. You know what I mean?
But John Cena's not showing up being like, I'm the Undertaker now.
Facts. That's exactly what it is.
But this isn't a one-man show. This isn't going to be, this Dr. Doom, his performance saves the MCU. They've got to bring back some risk in other ways, and in this overall stories that they're trying to weave. So he could kill it, but I don't think that that's going to be like
this is going to be
Holy Grail.
Goodbye again, part 2 to what was already Infinity War and Infinity whatever. That was the first goodbye to everybody, part 1. This is goodbye to everybody, part 2. And I'm hoping Robbie's right. I'm hoping once they get this pandering, nostalgic shit out of the way, we can pave the fucking way for a brand new era, a brand new generation of people to come in and kill it. And I hope Feige brings that magic that he can, gets the right directors, the right writers, because I'm like everybody. I grew up on these characters. I love these characters. I love these that play these characters. But everybody hated the guy who played Wolverine when he was first cast as Wolverine, right? So like we got to give
man. He's too tall.
We got to give every actor a chance, and I think it's time for a whole new pool of actors to come in and prove their worth and make some good stories. But that's just me.
I agree, though, man. But at the time that after Secret Wars is over, the MCU is going to have another problem, man. They're going to be trying to catch up to James Gunn's DCU.
Yeah,
and it's funny.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. And that's what I was thinking about all of this stuff, right? Like when the Snyderverse kicked off, one of my biggest complaints personally was that They didn't do anything to earn what they were trying to put on the silver screen, right? It was like, oh, we got to replicate Avengers. We got to put Avengers first without the building blocks. And that's kind of what made it a disservice for all of those great characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to recapture lightning in a bottle again without earning anything, which is like the first problem with it. But the second problem is that we need a reason to care. And as comic book fans, and even as like cinema going people, right? But maybe like the non-comic book fans, we kind of know that this is all coming to an end, right? We all have an inkling. Like, I mean, everyone, like my grandma knows about the multiverse at this point. So we know that this is all coming to an end. And if it's all coming to an end and we all know it, why should we care? Right? Like I'm more hyped about what comes next as opposed to what we have right now. And that's a big problem. That's a problem that they're going to have to deal with. I don't think that they're going to be able to overcome it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And Tom Holland is missing. He's the most important actor, not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And maybe there's some surprises in there too. It's like everybody wants to see all these reviews. Can we have a surprise? Like
it's not,
it's
not the full cast, man. It's not the full cast. Like Famke Janssen may still be there.
They're going to add more people,
right? Yeah,
MJ with the symbiote could be in there.
Oh my God! If they bring in goddamn Kirsten Dunst and she's Venom, I'm out. I'm out. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. But that being said, I think Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four look to be really solid movies and the best MCU movies potentially since Endgame and Infinity War. I think so. I think there's a lot of potential there.
Nobody's going to want to watch it.
Though it does suck when you're building a Fantastic Four franchise at the end of the MCU, basically. Which to most people, non-comic book fans, as Eric said, I call them Muggles, but to most Muggles, it's already ended. It's already done. It ended with Endgame, and there was nothing set up on the horizon, and that's been their biggest problem. If they would have just teased us with Galactus, teased us with Doctor Doom, teased us with Kang, instead of making Kang the big threat in an Ant-Man movie. You know what I'm saying? And then like, oh, Ant-Man beat Kang, so how is Kang supposed to be a big fucking deal? Now they're course correcting. They've been course correcting since the end of Endgame, man. Like every time a movie doesn't hit, like, fuck, I guess we need to not talk about Eternals anymore. You know, but they bring it up in the Captain America movie, right? But like, they're trying to set some stuff up, but at the same time, they're in a weird position because they're ready to like reboot while also trying to keep what works. You know, it's kind of like when DC did the New 52 and they were like, everything's different except for Batman and Green Lantern because those were good sellers. So those are still in continuity, but everything else is different, right? Yeah. But at the meantime, I think they're going to have some major competition because did y'all see that Cinecon? Like the footage from Superman.
All right, Rocket Robbie, thank you for leading us into our next item of news here, because I had a few more things, but I'm gonna cut it right after this next one. Basically, CinemaCon 2025, just like Robbie said, we got some sneak peeks from all the major studios, including Disney, Warner Bros. Discovery, Sony, Lionsgate, Universal, and Paramount. But the big thing coming out of Warner Bros. Paramount was this extended clip of the new Superman movie from James Gunn due out this July. Some great stuff in this extended clip. We see Crypto beating the shit out of Kal-El. We see the Fortress of Solitude come out of the ground and look like a living freaking thing. And then we see these like 4 automatons ushering him into a chair where he gets blasted by solar radiation to heal his wounds. Anybody any more excited for this thing after this extended clip?
I loved it, but I gotta say, like, I could have gone without the gun humor in it. You know what I mean? I'm glad that's there and present in the movie, but I could have I guess another. I liked like the Fortress of Solitude and all that emerging and the stuff with Crypto, but like, I don't know, it was a little bit corny to me, I guess, with the robots making the funny jokes and stuff like that. It was still cool to see, and I love them throwing them on the table and like, the getting the solar healing on and stuff like that. But I don't know, I just could have used a little bit different clip for that particular section of the trailer. But all in all, it was still dope.
I loved this trailer. I thought it was so amazing. Got me even more hyped for the movie than I was. I love the humor that's interjected into it, because what's one of the biggest criticisms against Snyder's DCEU is that it was too dark, too bleak, not humorous, not fun. And then when Joss Whedon tries to make it fun, it's stupid as shit. You know what I'm saying? I think this is going to strike a balance. And I got that in this trailer. What I love about this tease is we've already seen that one tease where Superman falls, he's hurt, calls for Crypto takes him home. But now we get to see the rest of it. He acts like a fucking dog. He's like jumping on him, like hurting him, and she's like, "No, Crypto, no." That shit was great. I love the super robots. I love the whole thing. Like, oh, you don't have to express your appreciation because we can't appreciate that. We are automatons, right? Like, I don't know. I like that bit. But then they show us clips we've already seen from the initial trailer, but they expand them. We see Luthor turn around after seeing Superman, and he goes, "He's back." We see him with the gun. We see a little bit more of that scene. Like, there's so many things that I am pumped for this movie. I think this movie tells me it's going to be hopeful. It's going to be optimistic. It's going to have the spirit of what Superman represents to me. And as much as I love Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, and I love BVS, Dawn of Justice, Ultimate Edition, I love that stuff. But this is what I'm excited to see. I'm excited to feel hope again. And in this world right now, we need some fucking hope. And some lightheartedness is a part of that. But I think this movie's also going to go a little bit deeper and richer, because that's something that I expect from James Gunn. He did it with his Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He's done it with every film that he's been attached to. He's been able to make something entertaining and fun and invigorating, and at the same time still have heart and charm behind it. So I think this movie is going to be absolutely amazing. I really do. And I hope my ideas or predictions about it come true. But I'm super pumped for this movie. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful for it. I'm not going to say I'm super excited. I do agree with you. I love the positive, hopeful tone of it. My worries are always the same since the beginning when I saw this thing is I saw Green Lantern, I saw Hawk Girl, I saw Mr. Terrific, I saw all these people, and I'm like, yeah, but I just want a Superman movie. You know, we only got 2 hours here. What are we doing with all this shit? Hopefully, you know, if anybody could juggle a lot of characters, it's James Gunn. So
I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 2 hours, though. I bet it's going to be 2.5. But I think it's going to hit those nails. And I think those characters thrown in, I get what you're saying, right? Too many cooks in the kitchen, too many characters in the movie, right? Amazing Spider-Man Part 2, right? Think about that one, right? Yeah. Way too many things going on in that movie.
Well,
I think James is going to be able to balance it, though.
Your favorite movie, Batman Forever. That's where that first kind of thing hit me. Where I was like, okay, we got Riddler, we got Two-Face, we got this one, that one. I felt like it was a little bloated. And I think sometimes they get lost in putting too many characters. Just, you know, tell one cohesive story with one villain, one hero.
So I love the fact that James Gunn is building the DCU where it's already in motion, right? I love that he's doing that. And if we're not getting an origin story of Superman, if we're just going to anticipate that the audience knows that Superman is Superman, then seeing other heroes in that world in a smaller role and how they react to Superman, that's the way to go then, right? Because we're not doing another origin story, right? So like to see how Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl and Metamorpho, and by the way, that's the Terrifics, so that's fucking cool, right? Basically, Superman's doing the Fantastic Four in the same month that Marvel's doing the Fantastic Four, so we'll see who does it better. But I love the idea that, the audience already knows Superman's a big deal. So let's show him Superman. This is something we've never really seen, the comic book Superman that we've known for a long time, over 80 years, right?
Yeah.
To see that version of Superman through the eyes of other heroes in a movie. We haven't seen that. Because even in the Snyderverse, they were viewing Superman as a distant figure. They didn't know him. In this movie, I think Superman's established, and I don't know. I really fucking get pumped for this. I think the music when it hits, dude. Oh, it's so good. So good. So good.
Any other?
I'm sorry, I'm
Anybody
rambling.
else got any thoughts on the Superman before we move on from this?
Yeah, I know you like the crypto. I thought, is he a puppy still? Because like I thought he should have known he was hurt, but I get what they were trying to do with the crypto thing. But I thought they were gonna improve his look because a lot of people didn't like his look at first, kind of like what they did with Ugly Sonic, but they didn't. So I'm a little disappointed in that. But I'll let that pass because I am excited for this movie and yeah, man. So that's pretty much what I got to say. That's my only gripe was the crypto, but
it's crypto's based on James Gunn's dog, so that's why, right? So yeah.
Okay.
And but I mean, come on, that crypto is really cute, and anybody who's ever been around a dog knows how a dog would act. You're dying, it's gonna jump on you for a minute, lick your face, and then be like, "Oh shit, something's wrong."
I guess.
Right,
by the way, if I died in my apartment and nobody found me for a week, my cats would eat me. So like,
well, you're not putting food in the bowl.
I told my cats, eat me if I die. It's like Alive, the movie. I'm like, you can eat me. If I die and you need to survive, eat me.
All right, man. So like I said, I had a few more things, but we're already way over time. So let's get to the blaming and let's get the heck up on out of here.
Why don't I own this? Why don't I own this?
All right. So let me get who's up here? Stu, why don't you set off the blaming for us, my brother? Oh,
Will do.
Everybody, after your blamings, please let everybody know where they could find you and stuff like that.
Heard that. Yeah, man. Like I said, got the chance to go by the LCS, kind of unexpected trip today, so had to spend way too much money in there. Found some old ice cream man variants, Martin Simmons.
Nice.
There you go.
Had to pick up the new #1 as well. Such a good book.
There we
Completely
go.
agree with you guys. Yeah.
Nice.
Found this one. I've never heard of this before. It's from Floating World. It just looked cool. Vendetta, the Holy Vindicator. That's another ice cream man. This is Jesus Aguado, man. This one was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And then, man, some Uncle Frey Dark Horse.
Nice.
Got Dave Stevens on them.
Nice.
Yeah. Getting this
Did you
8
know
ball.
When you
No.
picked it?
No. Well, actually, it was on like the little. They had written it on the back tape. Yeah. But yeah, getting there on the 8 ball. I got like 2 through 15 now. So.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Some Electra Assassin signed by Sienkiewicz.
For real?
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
See what you started, Nick? It's all your fucking.
Yeah,
That wasn't
right?
me. I was there.
Shush. We're not gonna talk about that.
Some more Uncle Frank.
Yeah, great ones.
Dark
Nice.
Horse Presents.
We did a lot of those covers.
Beset and Veitch, dude. I'd never heard of this. Bedlam. This is from Eclipse. This shit was awesome, though. Incredible art inside. And then I got a bunch of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, dude. I didn't have any of these singles, so.
That's a good shot, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude.
no
They
kidding.
got so
Wow.
much great stuff. That,
Wow.
that cover is sick.
Cool.
Yeah. And then last but not least, I found a random Jimmy Rugg Extreme X-Men.
Oh yeah, that's a great cover, man.
Wow.
Hell yeah. And that's it for me, man. That's my blaming.
Damn.
Shit,
Okay.
man. You started. You went to the comic shop and just said, "Fuck that." I lost some tires. I'm gonna get me a lot of comic books today.
Yep. Might as well spend some more money. Yep.
Cure this depression.
Absolutely.
Where can we find you, bro?
Oh yeah, Dr. Doom's Fan Club on YouTube and IG. Also, head over to patreon.com/Ink and Insights. Check out our new newsletter that we just dropped yesterday. But yeah, thanks for having me, fellas. Always an honor.
Absolutely, my brother. Big. What do you got for the blaming?
So I kind of wanted to show my pool. You know what I mean? Because it's been a long time since I've shown the pool. So and those last 2 weeks has been a lot lately. I don't know if you guys noticed, but
Yeah, we
there was
noticed.
a lot of books last.
Yeah, just a bit.
So I'm a quick go through them. Of course, I'm still getting the Birds of Prey because Kelly Thompson, love her writing.
Those
Yeah,
covers
and
are great.
yeah, they are. So I got that.
It's a beautiful cover.
Always gonna get Poison Ivy.
Nice.
T. Willa Wilson, still killing it on this run. Still awesome. Of course, Cassandra Cain, always gonna get some Batgirl. You know what I mean?
That series is growing on me.
Yeah.
I hear good things about that one.
Yeah, it's growing on me. Yeah.
Orphan's a great character.
Absolute Superman. Absolute
Yep.
Superman. Still a good series. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm skeptical. I know Robbie talked about it on his show already, but Green Lantern, absolute. I'm here like so like the two guys in my LCS. One really liked it, the other one was so on it. So
You know, if it
Dr.
wasn't
Val
for
Ewing.
like Christina and fucking Brittany, we wouldn't have shit like Absolute Green Lantern today.
So of course, I always get anything from Scorch. What's it, number 39? I think Robbie said this one was so this week, right? So something like that. I forget the name of this one.
You're off the list.
I do pay attention. I forgot the name of this one. If it wasn't for you, Robbie, I would have picked this one up from the Spawn. From the Spawn world. What was the
Black
name of it?
Ritual, Book of Nyx. Is that one? Yeah.
Yeah. This is the Virgin cover. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even know that this was out. So I do watch it still. I might not.
Tell Todd McFarlane that.
I picked this one up because, of course, anything baseball, I see it. I end up seeing a baseball player on there. Like Robbie was saying, it was like a horror type book, stuff like that. So why not, man? I didn't even pick it because of that. The baseball guy was there. I was a sucker. So I got one of the LCS guys said it was pretty good. So and then Robbie liked it too. You kind of liked it. You didn't love it, but you liked it. You know,
Yeah,
you
it was
liked
all right. It's all right. It's pretty solid. It's got a historical context, which is pretty cool. It's like it starts off with the first Wrigley Field game with night lights, which is cool. Like that's a piece of baseball history that we know and love, you know. So that's cool.
Yeah. So of course I had to get this legendary book. You know, Snake Eyes on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, and of course I had to get the Beachhead G.I. Joe. So I picked those up. Keep on keeping on. I got this cover because of Robbie too. But the Daredevil Frank Miller cover.
Yeah. Yes.
Blame Robbie. So,
Fire, bro.
It's a
Robbie's
sick
the
cover
one to
though.
blame. Fable's the one actually
want
rocking.
it.
We've answered the question.
I don't want it. I think it sucks. It's not crunchy enough for me.
Take that Black Cat instead.
I got the Black Cat coming. Don't.
I know
Lucky
you
it's
do.
not here now.
I know you do.
I got the Rivals. You know, Jeff the Land Shark's in there. It's probably the main reason why I got it because I don't play the game or nothing. And it's a one shot, I believe, right? But I gotta get one. You know, why not?
It was
Get the
it wasn't
Rivals.
bad. It was good. It was good actually. I liked it.
Yeah, yes.
I just hope Kelly gets $1 for every issue bought. That's what I hope. You know.
Yeah, right.
I doubt it, though, knowing Marvel. So.
Yeah. I got always gonna get me some Miles Morales. Whether the story's up and down or not, I still get it. I've been digging it.
Is he still a vampire, Herm?
No, he's cured. He's cured. Black Panther helped him out. You know what I mean? So he's cured. So he went over to Wakanda, and they saw the spirit there of Wakanda, and then the Spider-Man, the Spider Spirit came. Yeah. So he's cured. No more vampire for Miles. So you guys can start reading again.
Well, why the fuck couldn't T'Challa and Wakanda do that for the rest of the world, man? Why does Doom got to save everybody, man? I feel like Killmonger now, man. Share your technology. Come on.
That and why does every character in the Marvel universe have to appear in Miles Morales? I don't get it. But anyway, we've been saying that for like almost a year, so over a year.
Since issue number 1.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Super Pro ain't showed up yet, so.
I'm always gonna get me some X-Men. You know what I mean? I know some of y'all not digging the McKay run, but I liking the run. I thought it's pretty decent. I don't know if you're reading it, Fable, but yeah, I'm gonna still get me some X-Men always. And then last but not least, I had to do this last because a lot of you guys love it when I do this. But and a lot of you guys are liking this series now. So I got me some Peach Moco up in here. You know, Ultimate X-Men. You know what I'm saying? People finally came around to this series now. You know, Peach was working. She was cooking, man. You gotta have to wait for her to cook. And people starting to like the series, so I pretty love that. Love that from Peach Momoko, and that's my pull there. You know what I'm saying? My first time in the wild since I do it. And Robbie, I'm blaming you for a lot of these. So
that's fine. But how many fill-in artists has Peach Momoko had for Ultimate X-Men?
No. Yeah, I can't give you that. But.
Zero, none. Yeah. She's done.
That's why I can't give you that.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
She's phenomenal, man. She's phenomenal. Yeah.
We're looking at you, Marco.
Great poll. Tack, what do you got for us, my brother?
So I like this one right here. It's a Web of Spider-Verse, New Blood. So we got a story of Count Parker. First appearance, Mary Jane Van Helsing. Very fun take.
Does she have the symbiote?
No, she don't need the symbiote. She got something else. Then. She got something else. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, I don't know if I want to spoil the book or not. Check it out. It's very interesting interpretation of Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson. And we got Spider Prowler. I was forgetting his name. Spider Prowler. Miles as the Prowler. So first appearance of both those guys in there. So if you are interested in stuff like this, you might want to pick it up while it's still cover price.
The book is actually pretty good.
I'm surprised you said that, Robbie.
I said it in my weekly review.
Yeah, I guess I have to start watching it. But I was on hiatus for a month, man. That's why. And then I'm still trying to get back into the groove of things. So that's why. And then this one right here, Star Wars Jedi Knights. Story was okay. A lot of new Jedis in here too. So if you like the Star Wars stuff, Marvel's doing some interesting stuff because I like that Kylo Ren series as well. So, and then this was the wraparound. So this is how I do it. You know, you get the silver bag, modern board, put it in the middle of the book. Then you don't need to go spend $5 on a
I like that one too. I like Jedi Knight. I really did.
It was good.
Then we got from Ollie's Peanuts. I still have to work on getting this price tag off. I haven't had time to do that. Sweet. So this is a classic. This is like volume 1. I had to make sure Snoopy was in it. It's so old.
Nice.
And then here we go with volume 2. And I got these from Ollie's for like $4 a piece. So make sure you check out your Ollie's if you have one near you. And then from Five Below, we got
nice. I got that for the kids, bro. The kids love that shit.
Yeah, he got it for the kids.
Look at all the stickers inside of it.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's huge.
I get that for me, man. I have no shame. I will buy that in a second for myself.
The stickers is nuts.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at the art inside of it. So this was from Five Below. It was only $5, and they also had a Dave Stevens poster that I was thinking about getting as well. So check those places out. Especially, I mean, I was gonna go say something else, but there you go. That's my blaming. Oh, you can check me out in 2 weeks. I'll be on Monday. Pop Culture Philosophers, a rare appearance of me on a movie review, reviewing a very bad movie that you probably would like a lot.
Eric.
Hey, okay. All right. Very much like Herm, I had to get some Frank Miller goodness there. So of course I had to get Daredevil, my boy, with Frank Miller, the greatest creator to take on the mantle of, doing things with Daredevil. kind of sticking with that theme here, I wanted to showcase a couple gets that I got recently here, which was some back issues. One being Marvel Age with that great Mazzucchelli cover here, where they talk about the Born Again series, right? So we got an interview here with Bill Sienkiewicz from the Comics Journal here, where they talk about the Elektra series that they did together in the 80s.
Hell yeah, dude.
These are awesome, right? They're interview, like they're comics, but like their interview, like almost like, you know, they're wizards before wizards, right? And I really would not have been hip to them.
I used to love Marvel Age, dude. I was a big Marvel
There's
Age
so much, and it's like so much of the great information and historical record of the time is in those books. Like it's
exact,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's so hard to get it otherwise.
Dude, and I wouldn't have been hip to any of it if it weren't for these two gentlemen right here. So Cartoonist Kayfabe Illustrated. Check out the Ed Piskor Legacy IG. Hit them up to get a copy of this. They'll hook you up as soon as new copies are available. So double check this. It's awesome. It's really, really it's a high quality piece of art that you get right here.
That's awesome.
Much like Stu, I had an impromptu visit to the LCS today. Didn't anticipate it. Didn't find any rare gems or anything, but I found something. I don't know what it is necessarily, but I picked up a trade paperback here called Judas: The Last Days, which didn't do much for me here, but I noticed that it was done in 2015 by Mr. W. Maxwell Prince.
Sure.
So knowing who it was, I wanted to pick it up, check it out, see what it was all about, and see some of the stuff that he was doing before Ice Cream Man. So that's my blaming.
Yeah.
That's great.
That is an awesome blaming, dude. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Robbie, what do you got for the blaming?
All right. So since Scotty had to dip out, and happy birthday to Scotty, but I got some Mark Spears covers to show off. How about Silverhawks number 2? Monster. That's super cool. And how about this one? This one, like, Mark Spears just loves drawing 80s properties, cool characters, and big titties. So how about Vampirella number 1? That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's absolutely dope. So I'm happy for my boy Mark Spears. I also just recently picked up this Wally Wood from Wits End VIP Press complete collection. So it's all of Wally Wood stuff from Wits End, including some of his not safe for work content and lots of cool like extra material. If you're a fan of comic book art, check out Wally Wood. This is a great collection to get. And
nice.
I want to show off my Universal Monsters Frankenstein hardcover. This was a great Universal Monsters book by Michael Walsh with amazing coloring from Tony Marie Griffin. And you know me, I had to get the version with the signed book plate right there. So there's the signed book plate from Michael Walsh. This is a great book. If you've never read this and you love the original Universal Monsters Frankenstein by James Whale, definitely check it out. And I recently picked up a Grail. Right? I'm sorry, what was that?
It's got the black and whites too, right? I think in the back. Is it not a second?
Oh, shit. Does it? I haven't even looked at that.
I don't know. Fact check me.
No, it doesn't.
No, fuck.
No, it doesn't. It's got an ad for Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh man, it's got some really cool like
that's what
character studies and shit. That's dope, man. I didn't even see those. Look at that. That's dope as shit.
Okay.
And I picked up recently a Grail, something I've been looking for a while. I finally got it for a good price. This is my Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3 Blu-ray set, limited to only 1,000 copies.
Oh, what?
There are more copies of this than this. Think about that.
Wow.
And it's the only way to get Slumber Party Massacre 3 in HD. So anyway, that's what I got, and I can only blame myself and my bad judgment for having all of this.
Austin, what do you got for us for the blamer?
I wish that I had the Vampirella Kickstarter they did back in October. I have it. I just don't know where it's at. Robbie also got me Ronin. Had me check that out. Loving that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
We haven't talked about it since you bought it. I was like, you got to buy Ronin. If you don't like it, you can bring it back.
But I'm really enjoying the Alan Moore magic handbook that
the
Robbie
bumper
also,
book, right?
Yeah, the bumper book.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to read that. Again, like I just don't do a whole lot of reading, and when I do, it's like when I'm going to bed. So like my eye am sort of slow, my brain is slow, but like I'm trying to ingest
That's some dense ass shit to read before bed too,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, really.
Let Alan Moore explain the Kabbalah to you. I'll read this as I'm going.
And then I got another Kickstarter book, The Early Bird.
There you go.
From Lesser Known Comics brand, and I got several of their like demo comics. I wasn't really captivated or impressed with some of it, but this one by Brandon D. Phillis, really good, fun read. This one was fun, so I recommend that. Last is just a lot of self promotion. If it would be all right to bring up the screen share real quick. So my website is up, and you can go read Envy. I've got it separated into chapters now, and the desktop version shows the pages, the full pages, not in full res, but it's not loading. But on mobile version 2, it's scrollable, so you can it's like a webtoon. So I slice up the comic pages to where they are read in a vertical format, as you can scroll through your phone to look at them. But last, just the Kickstarter needs support, needs funding. It's a fun book, a fun story, and I know that it'll be worth your support and investment, and I appreciate you guys having me on tonight. So again, just go check out the Kickstarter, and if the sooner you back it, the more morale builds around funding it, because people see, it's got a little momentum, it's got some popularity, and then you'll hit those stretch goals if you go ahead and do that. And then you also, you're doing a Kickstarter, money is not pulled immediately, it's pulled at the end. So if you plan on on supporting it, the sooner the better. But I really appreciate you guys having me on here.
Oh yeah, you got 28 days left on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody, if you can't pitch in, then share it, because that'll help too. Austin, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm sorry that you're on our longest show of all time. I did not mean for this to happen, but we had.
I not only had an audience of viewers, but an audience of the panel itself.
What happens when you got 9 people at the same time? I've never had the whole crew here.
And thank you for coming out, Robbie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course. Nick Comic Culture, my brother.
What's up?
I know you're tired. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go with I too got the Cartoonist Kayfabe Illustrated Volume 1 Greatest Hits.
Nice.
So hopefully this will come back out in print. Just pay attention to the Ed Piscor Legacy Instagram, and you'll get notified whenever the next one is available. Maybe they'll have some at Heroes, who knows? So yeah, just keep a lookout.
Can you just flip to that? What is that? Illustrated?
Yeah, so it's like community developed. There's artists too. So everybody grab the page, and then it's actually there's like a little, not a story, but kind of like a I don't know, like a little documentary kind of a thing describing what's going on and their influence. And a lot of these are little homages to conversations or creators that they covered in the past. So you'll see a lot of references to episodes or books that they covered, and it's actually lettered, and there's like a little story that goes over it. So there's all kinds of cool things that the community put together, and they bundled it all up into this little format here. So yeah, so hopefully more copies will come available for everybody else. Maybe they'll do a volume 2. Who knows? I'm sure they will. It was very successful. So it just takes time to figure that out. Let's see. I have, since it is Friday, this is just for me and Taki. Got some Frizz and Back issues.
Artist of the Year.
We got Clean Room. Taki turned me on to this one originally.
Yeah,
Number 39.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
That's a great one. It's a little bit out of her norm right there.
It's out of the revival norm too. Oh,
Yeah,
nice one. That's one I don't think I have.
It really is. Yeah, I went on.
That's actually a good book, House of Night. That's a good. I remember that. That's a good book. Solid book.
And Spitfire. So yeah, I got all these at my comic shop or Lone Star, right? So just went ahead and got a big lot of prison stuff. I'm reading on Lone Wolf and Cub again right now. So I'm up to issue 13. Got these Sienkiewicz covers. When Miller dropped off, Sienkiewicz jumps in. So we got that Sienkiewicz cover for number 13. I'm actually going to read this one probably tonight before bed.
Great book. Great book.
And then number 14 right here, another Sienkiewicz cover.
14 is so good, dude. I love that.
Yeah. So going to be continuing that read right there. And then to keep that going, I got the third volume of the little manga from Dark Horse as well. So these are
those
really
different,
cool.
Nick, or are they?
No, they're the same.
Okay.
Yep, they're the same. They're just in this format right here. So this one here probably collects up to what's the last issue? I think the last issue in here is when he takes the beating for the girl that was like stolen for prostitution. And he takes the beating for her. That's like issue like 6 or 7 or something like that.
How much is that?
These are really cheap, man. I mean, like cover price on these is $10, but you can get them on eBay for like $5 free shipping.
And they have thicker ones too that are like the digest size ones or like the big giant thick ones that they do now. They're like $20 for like 3 of those in one or something.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know the manga 3-in-1, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of dig these this size. Like it's like that pocket like train size.
Yeah,
You know
now
what I mean?
you know why I went crazy for the DC Compact comics, man. I went nuts. For
Yeah,
this.
and these are even smaller than that. Yeah. But these are really cool. There's tons of these damn things too. So that's awesome. Then last time we had a show, I showed the Martin Man. So I showed the Martin Man there, but then since then, I got the damn splash page. Original art. Nice. Got the damn original art from the back panel right there with Wolverine doing his schnick right there. Oh,
so sick.
So 2-page right there from Monty Keene, fan of the show. Speaking of which, for plugging purposes, we had a conversation with me, Eric, and Stu on Monday. So that's out right now if you want to watch that part 2 interview conversation that we had with him. So check out the channel for that. That was Monday. Tuesday night, I was on Paper and Plastic. So I was on their show as well. So we went over all the stuff that we talked about there, comics and toys and everything else and news. Last night, Ink and Insights. Or no, not last night. Wednesday night was Ink and Insights. And so it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then here we are with the Blame Fable show.
On the longest show of the week.
Longest show of the week.
How does it feel to be Stu?
Yeah. This is next week. I'm not doing anything. So no.
We were trying to bring back Absolute Book Club, and it was like Stu. He was like, "Oh yeah," and then he came back. He said, "Matter of fact, guys, I can't do it. I'm on too much."
Yeah.
What happened with Stu Red Green Lantern? He was like, "Nah,
I can't. I can't fuck around with L. Ewing and
welcome to the fucking club, man.
Everybody can check out my brother Nick Comic Culture.
Major shout out to Monty Keene, by the way, for shouting out my comic shop on a podcast. Eric shared that with me, so that was super cool. Monty's a super cool guy. Nick, you didn't invite me for that conversation. You're on the fucking list. There you go.
He don't invite me. What the fuck?
That makes sense, though, Fable.
No, that makes no sense.
I'm waiting for them to interview Greg and Fake.
Didn't you listen to my promo at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, I fucking heard it, asshat. You just wait for Rockin' Robbie live, man.
Anyway.
You're the SmackDown to my Monday Night Raw. That's what I fucking think. There you go.
Yeah, you're on my list for life. Fuck that. All right, so I got an A-OK from my brother Paul in the 619. So I just wanted to, not an A-OK, I'm sorry. A prize. I won a giveaway that he was doing on his channel. So he finally sent it out. I got it. I have no idea what these comics are at all. Maybe you guys can help me. Maybe you've heard of them. I've never heard of any of these, and they look like they've been inspired by the whole what's that character from Mark Silvestri?
Witchblade?
Witchblade Darkness.
It was like whenever Witchblade was hot, that's when this shit was coming out. But
first one up, Resurrection Man.
Got something called Jinrai. Ever heard of it?
Journey.
There we go. Journey. Okay, so you have heard of this stuff. All right, Journey.
I ain't never read it.
Something called Wicked.
I like that cover, man.
How you doing?
She's got like she's wearing a belt, but the wrong way.
That's a corn song.
Something called Helena.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Seeing a theme here.
We got a whole collection of Helena, and I gave it to my girlfriend, and she's all like, "Hell yeah!" This is
like that's not how you say my name. It's not Helena.
You sense a pattern here, right? A theme.
Bad girls. Where's Scotty? Scotty's like twitching in his sleep right now, man.
Phantom Force.
Okay.
Jack Kirby, right? Phantom
Yeah,
Force.
Jack Kirby, man. Most money he ever made in the comic book industry, man.
There you go. I got this trade, Dockin, Dark Wolverine.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. And lastly, 70 years, Marvel Comics.
Nice.
Magazine.
Cool.
That's
Yeah. A bunch of
Awesome.
Stuff. I don't know.
That book should have been called 60 Years of Marvel Comics That Were Great, 10 Years of Marvel Comics That Sucked.
That's cool. It has little artists.
Yeah,
art.
Mike
Yeah,
Joe, Marco, Stefano
Sure.
Caselli, Daniel Acuna.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, okay. Got that. And then lastly, I got a whole bunch of figgies. I think Robbie really appreciates some of the stuff I got here. So first up, I got Armada Wheeljack. So Armada is a line, a cartoon series from the Transformers that is not G1. It's a whole different thing, but it's like really Japanese in nature. So I really got into like collecting them because I like the design.
Yeah, those designs are dope in Armada, man.
Yeah, Wheeljack Armada.
With the
Really
scar
cool.
across his chest. He's like Sagat, dude. Like Rio done got a hold of his ass, man.
Yeah, I like how the Autobot symbols are fucked up and you see the engine and whatever. Got Wheeljack. Love that. Got this retro carded Gears.
Hell yeah, dude.
Where they basically took the design of the old toy. See, that's how the old toy used to look back in the 80s. And they took a modern figure and made it look like that.
That's dope, man.
So yeah, I put it on a card back. You know the reason I got this was just the card back, right? Like
Hell yeah.
he's never coming out of this thing.
He's got some short, stubby legs, man, just like Stu.
Some of my favorite Transformers that have been coming out for the past few years have been the crossover Transformers. I love what they've done, you know, whether it's Knight Rider or, you know, all the shit that they've been coming out with. So they recently did Naruto, the Japanese anime Naruto. I have no idea what Naruto is. I don't know what the fuck.
I think it's Naruto. I think it's Naruto.
Naruto, yeah, but this is Karuma and Gamakichi. You know, Trev, the shipping guru, he can help us out with this. He knows more about this than I do.
Brooks
so
is
Trev,
a big
if you watch
Naruto fan, man. So like, holler at him, dude. By the way, you're a mark, dude. You'll buy fucking anything, dude. I love it. If they put a fucking Hasbro Transformers logo on it, you'll buy it. They'll be like, here's a transforming piece of shit that turns into a piece of shit. You'll be like, am I blaming tonight? I got the fucking doo-doo brown fucking Transformer.
Hey,
this one's runny. This one's a little solid.
Did, Luke 2 Live Crew Transformer, I'd do that, man. Come on. you know that. You know that. But yeah, Naruto, hell yeah. I mean, it's a Japanese. I don't gotta explain it to you. I also got.
This motherfucker's gonna buy the Monster High Transformers collab.
I got the Armada Red Alert, who looks like fucking RoboCop.
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
Looks like Super Pro a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. But he's badass. I like him. I got my first Prime finally, Robbie. We got
no shit.
Prime.
Oh, we haven't gotten ours yet, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, Prime. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. Like,
yeah, dude, I'm pumped for this line. This line's gonna be dope as fuck, dude. Superion on the way.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm supposed to be getting Megatronus on Monday. So
Megatronus is gonna be the best looking one, dude. That shit looks so tight, dude.
Yeah. So got my first Prime, and you guys know me. I fucking hate those Michael Bay Transformers movies with a passion. You know,
what about robots?
Yeah, but you'll buy the goddamn toys, won't you?
Well, let me tell you something. I started saying that because even though I think half of those designs, let's put it like this, they're cool designs, they're just not Transformers, right? You could have called that shit whatever you wanted to call it, you know, super deformed, morphing robots, and, you know, we would have been fine. You know what I mean? But some of them look fucking cool, like really cool. And one of them that looks like really effing cool is Dark of the Moon Shockwave.
Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah.
And Dark of the Moon Shockwave. I mean, this figure right here, I'm sorry for the glare, but they fucking knocked this shit out the damn park. The details in this sucker are insane. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah, I had to, when I saw it, I was like, now that's badass, you know. And it kind of looks like Shockwave, even though it's like all fucking crazy, but I like it. I like it. So yeah, that's my blaming.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hey, Fable, I forgot one thing on my side.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I had this painted for me recently. It's my Annie Titan figure.
Attack on Titan?
From Attack on Titan, the
Nice.
female Titan. So I got small Annie down there, and then her transformed form there. It was a blank slate, and I don't trust myself painting stuff, so I just so happened to run into a guy that does Warhammer painting at the gym, and
wow.
he was like, "Yeah, I'll paint it, $50." I was like, "You got it." So he painted this for me. I love it. Turned out great. He even did a little gradient here on the title, on the base of it. So,
damn, dude.
And if y'all know anything about Austin, is that his favorite thing in the world is Attack on Titan. Yeah,
I heard Attack on Titan is excellent.
See here.
Yeah, look at like this all Attack on Titan. This shit's dope. I still got to read it, Austin, and watch it, man. But
my big colossal versions, omnibus.
You know, I tell you something, Austin. If that crossed over with Transformers, I'd have Attack on Titan.
He will be the first one. He'd be like, "Yo, I got this collab between Transformers and Attack on Titan. It's dope, man. I don't even know what Attack on Titan is, man, but I fucking got it. It's good as shit, dude." He's gonna be like, "Here's my Transformers love boat. That's what's gonna happen in the next 6 months."
I like it. I like it. Keep them coming.
That'd be
Keep them
dope.
coming.
Captain
The
Stu.
more
The Washington
Hasbro did a
Monument
Transforming
Transformer
love boat,
here.
I would buy the shit out of that. Just so y'all know.
Judy, the cruise director.
I
It's
got
like
We need the
Gator-
A-Team van, right? We need the A-Team van. Like, come on, y'all.
Different
Gave me,
strokes
uh,
and
Gator
Transformers.
Ginsburg Transformer here.
We need
Fucking
Shazam's
Heathcliff.
RV.
Yeah. Give me the gummy bears. Yeah, whatever the fuck. Like, I
Oh,
don't,
Doug
Tails.
Launchpad in his plane or some shit.
the more crazier, the better. But guys, thank you all sincerely for joining us for our longest freaking show that we've ever done. But it's been a blast hanging out with all of you guys. Thank you for staying up for us in the chat.
Only
so
two
many
people dropped off, so I mean, we did pretty good.
Yeah, we did all right.
Yeah, and
We
fuck
got,
those
you know,
people. Because they
We
don't-
started
they
with
don't fucking
we
care.
started with 20 balls. Now we only have 16. But
And one of them was goddamn Scotty, so fuck him too, right? He's on the list. He's on the list.
Thank
Talkie,
you,
you
everybody.
managed to. Talkie's not on the list tonight. Neither is Herm.
All
Neither
right.
is Austin, and neither is Stu. But Scotty, Eric, Nick. What does this say? Comic book retailers and me made the list tonight.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You better put yourself on your own list.
I did, man. I was watching that fucking stupid ass Marvel stream with the chairs.
Who watches The Watchmen over here? Yeah. Shit, man.
This has been awesome, guys. It's very rare that we have the entire team here, and we had it here tonight. I thank you guys for giving me your time, hanging with us, staying up late. Everybody in the chat, I saw Brave come in. We saw a great legend, Dr. Plagas, all came in late. My man, Spiderweb, Derek Neiman, who's been with us almost the whole night. Razor, Conlon, Omega Slice, everybody that joined us tonight. You guys are freaking amazing. I promise you. Let me not say I promise you. We're gonna try not to have this shit be like almost 3 hours long. We're gonna try our darndest. But guys,
we didn't even talk Spider-Man, man. Next week we better talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was ready for that. So,
the Spider-Man,
Herm's like, I was ready, dude. Herm is so on the
Herm's
heel.
like, that's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah,
You
I
pieces of shit.
want to be here for the Spider-Man talk and the Nintendo talk.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
like,
no, we didn't even talk about Nintendo.
He was like,
We
I
cut
know we're
that
gonna
one.
get to
It was
this
on the
later.
schedule.
He was like, I know we're not going to get to this. We're going to get to this later, so I'm going to reserve my thoughts on the Switch too.
Yeah.
But we talked about chairs.
Chairs for 45 minutes.
That's what they want us to do. We're all on the fucking list. Blame
We're
Fable.
all on the list. Yeah.
Blame Fable's on the list. Yeah.
It is my fault. I am not gonna lie. But guys, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Thank you everybody for hanging tonight. Like I said before, catch us on Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Every Friday night. Next Friday, I almost positive that Paul and the 619 is going to hang out with us, but I'm not 100% sure. I got to check my guest list. We're going to have No Good Comics. We're going to have Gary B coming on shortly here. So, yeah, come back next Friday. Love you guys. There's only one thing left to say. Be excellent to each other. Oh, wait, before I finish. Don't leave, guys. I'm going to try to get in backstage and have this weird glitch shit going on. So if you don't see me right away, don't just dip out. But anyway, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Stay
and suck it.
That Peach Memo go.